From Montreal in the province of Quebec, we move inside Olympic Stadium. Seems like only yesterday the 76 Summer Games were here. Now 15 years later, professional football takes over tonight. The hometown crowd looking for a win for its Montreal Machine. And tonight, the Machine home for the second straight week as they host the Birmingham Fire. And hi again, everybody. I'm Brad Nessler, and welcome to Montreal tonight. It's the Fire against the Montreal Machine. As we end week 3 of the World League, already the divisional races are starting to take shape. And as we look at the European division, first out of the blocks, you can see that the world's doing so well. London and Barcelona unbeaten at 3-0, and Frankfurt only a game back at 2-1. This is a key game for Birmingham tonight. Already with a half-game lead over Sacramento and San Antonio in the North American West, they will solidify that holding on the #1 spot if they win. And for Montreal, Orlando having slipped for the first time over the weekend, and Montreal can move into a tie for the top spot in the North American East. For these two teams to play well tonight, their quarterbacks will have to play well. Let's turn to our quarterback, Boomer Esiason. Boomer, here's the guys that were the first 2 picks in the World League draft, and right now both of them are having a little trouble.
Well, they are having a little trouble, Brad. Brent Peace for the Birmingham Fire was actually the #1 pick for the World League quarterback draft. Chan Gelly, one-time offensive coordinator of the Denver Broncos, now head coach of the Birmingham Fire, hopefully feels that he'll become his John Elway. On the other side of the ball, we have Kevin Sweeney, one of the most prolific passers out in Division I AA history, also has struggled. And his coach, Jacques Cousteau, benched him actually at halftime last week, something that Kevin Sweeney's not very used to and didn't take very kindly to.
If these quarterbacks play well, if these offenses click tonight, what are we going to see?
Well, you'll see a little bit of balance on both sides. You'll also see Birmingham using that no-huddle offense much more effectively and much more than the Montreal Machine will.
All right, let's talk about USA Helmet Cam. We've had a blast with it for 2 weeks. Tonight, a whole different look. We're going to put it on a defensive player.
This is going to be unbelievable. We're going to have it on an outside linebacker. And yes, outside linebackers do have personalities. And I know that Tracy Simeon is very excited of the Montreal Machine to wear this because he wants his family and friends back home to see just how he plays on the field.
We might see Brent Peace's eyes very big tonight with Simeon chasing. We'll find out. The Montreal Machine and the Birmingham Fire coming up in a moment.
Isn't Sir John late for tea?
Yes, I rather think he is.
Now no one is safe from American football. KFC introduces the World League Challenge Sweepstakes. You could win $1 million instantly. So rush in and play today.
Great defense starts with your feet. And I have MVP feet. That's why I play in the pump from Reebok. When I'm pumped up, I get support, protection, and a custom fit that's unbeatable. I made hot dog. But when it comes to protection, this is no bull. Pump up and air out.
Switch to the greatest sports performance shoe in the world, the Reebok Pump. Pump up and air out.
Pour it on, work it out. If you're talking about sports, that's what it's all about. So pump it up, pump it out. Pour it on and work it out.
Because after working out, you don't want to fill up. So reach for the Silver Bullet, the one that won't slow you down.
Talking about Coors Light, it's the right beer now. Pour it on and work it out.
Isn't Sir John late for tea?
Yes, I rather think he is.
Now no one is safe from American football. KFC introduces the World League Challenge Sweepstakes. You could win $1 million instantly. So rush in and play today.
The World League on USA is brought to you by Kentucky Fried Chicken. Nobody's cooking like today's KFC. By Coors Light, the one that won't slow you down. The Silver Bullet is the right beer now. And by the Reebok Pump. Pump up and air out.
Olympic Stadium in Montreal. The hometown fans saw a loss last week. They want to see a win tonight. And it's Montreal taking on Birmingham. We talked about USA's helmet cam, the guy that would wear it. Let's go down to our guy on the sideline to talk about it, Michael Barcam. Michael?
Bonsoir, Brad. And tonight, another USA Network and World League first. Le helmet cam au secondar ce soir, which in French means the helmet cam will be on the linebacker. You're looking at me through the eyes of Tracy Simeon, and this is how he might cast his gaze upon Fire quarterback Brent Peace. Don't hurt me, big guy. I just want to know how you're going to use this thing tonight.
Hey, I just want to show the world how violent defense is.
Now, you're on loan from Kansas City, so to speak. Why did you want to do this?
Well, just to make myself better and just come out and have a little fun, man.
Any particular angle? You got a replay angle ready for this thing?
Hey, man, I tell you, I got a lot of people taping it at home, so, hey, I just want to go out and have fun and do well tonight.
All right, go get it. Back to you, Brad.
I'd give anything to be the Montreal defensive coordinator and turn him loose on Barkan right now, Boomer.
He wants to show just how violent defensive football is. Well, let's see a little of that on Michael Barkan on the sideline.
That would be good. There you see the Fire has won the toss, and they will receive. So we'll get our first look at the Fire offense. Birmingham at 1-1, the Machine at 1-1, and just 2 weeks ago, 20-5 was the final in Montreal's favor. But you take away a couple of miscues on special teams that actually gave Montreal a couple of gift scores, that game would have been much closer.
You know, Brad, one of the things that have really plagued the World League has been dropped footballs, not only by receivers and running backs, but really fumbles and turnovers. And as the season goes on, we'll see a little bit better handle on holding on to that football, because these guys have been getting used to each other, getting used to playing with each other.
There's Jacques Cousteau, the head coach of the Montreal Machine, who has spent a good deal of his coaching time in the CFL. He is a very entertaining guy to talk to, and he was disappointed that things didn't go better a week ago here in front of the hometown crowd. Meanwhile, Chan Gailey on the other side is 39 years old, one of the youngest coaches in the World League. Former offensive coordinator, as Boomer mentioned, with Dan Reeves and the Denver Broncos. We are set to get underway. Bjorn Netmo to kick off for the Machine. And going back deep for Birmingham. Kickoff return formation right there in front of you. On the right is Joe Henderson and Ted Wilson on the left of your screen. Netmo, who has spent time in the NFL and did a nice job when he filled in for Raul Allegre when he was hurt with the New York Giants, set to kick it away. Henderson, one of the key offensive performers for Birmingham. So week 3 of the World League set to come to a close in Montreal, Quebec tonight. And the Machine puts on the shift here on their kickoff team, and we're underway from Olympic Stadium. Henderson from the goal line. And taken down before he can reach the 20-yard line. Out comes Brent Peace. As Boomer said, the #1 draft choice in the World League quarterback draft. And there's what he has done so far. He has not been pleased with the way he's played. Offensively joining Brent Peace. Here's how it looks. Joe Henderson and Steve Avery in the backfield. The tight end Phil Ross, Willie Boyer, and Stacy Mobley are the wide receivers. And the offensive front, Mullen, Tanks, Anderson, Iniguez, and Buddy King. From the 18-yard line, the Birmingham Fire works offensively. And they'll work in a hurry without a huddle much of the game. At least that's what we've seen from them through 2 weeks of action. First play of the ball game and a fumble. Scramble still on. The Machine has it. Richard Shelton. And he's still on his feet. Shelton inside the 10. Touchdown Machine. That's the way to make the hometown fans happy.
You know, we talked about it earlier, Brad. The one thing that has plagued this league has been fumbles and turnovers and just dropping the ball. You see here, Joe Henderson gets the ball stripped. That was a nice hit right there.
And then Shelton scoops and takes it in.
I think Holmes wanted the ball from him. He wanted to score a touchdown.
25 yards on the return for the score. We talked about turnovers helping the Machine the first time against the Fire. Well, we're one play into the game, and it's helped the Machine to a 7-0 lead. One offensive play for the Birmingham Fire.
He actually never has control of this ball. Looks like it's a good handoff right in his gut. Fumbling around with it a little bit. Takes a nice hit by Adam Bobb right there.
Adam Bob, one of the inside linebackers, put the hat on him, and Shelton did the rest. 7-0 Machine.
Shelton did a nice job getting down on that ball, getting his hands around it, and when nobody else responded to him, he just got up and ran it into the end zone. Something that defensive players just love to do.
So we'll see Bjorn Nittmo a lot quicker than we expected to. He'll come out to kick it away again. There's Shelton, the guy that just scored the touchdown. Most impressive player in camp is what Jacques Dussault, the head coach, called him. Former 8th round pick of the Denver Broncos. Played 7 games with the Broncos. So you can bet that Chan Gailey, the head coach of Birmingham, has seen him before, and he's probably seen all he wants to see of him tonight so far.
Coach Dussault feels that he has real strong cornerbacks. Steve Lofton and Richard Shelton have really given him an opportunity to take some chances on defense that most coaches in this league wouldn't. A lot of these coaches in this league are feeling like they have to play zone to protect their cornerbacks, but that's not the case here in Montreal.
First fumble recovery for a touchdown in World League history. It took us all of about 10 seconds to get it here on Monday Night Action on USA. And the Machine set to kick away. Henderson, the man that just fumbled, back deep along with Ted Wilson. This time it'll be Wilson, and Nittmo got all of this. Wilson from 7 yards deep, but he's got a little crease. Got it to the 20. About a 27-yard return to look good for the average for Ted Wilson. Let's take a look at the defense for the Montreal Machine. We showed you the offense of Birmingham. It only took them one play to leave the field. Defensively on the front, Putsier, Royal, and Leggett. Across the front 3, the linebacking core, Tracy Simeon wearing our USA helmet cam. Adam Bob, who had the big hit that caused the fumble. Dan Murray and Ray Savage. Steve Lofton, you've already seen Richard Shelton a couple of times. Darrell Holmes and Quentin Jones on the corners. And a first down, Birmingham from its own 21-yard line. There's Tracy Simeon, number 53. We'll get a lot of different shots from him tonight. Let's see if the second play from scrimmage goes better than the first. It is Henderson again, a toss sweep. Broke a tackle, got out near the 24-yard line, picked up about 3. It'll be 2nd down and 7. Dan Murray in on the stop defensively for Montreal.
Dan was with us for a training camp in Cincinnati. And again, another guy that just got caught up in the numbers. I mean, a lot of these guys in this World League just are looking for another chance, and this is affording that them.
Lou, 372 out. Lou, 372 out.
Brett Peace, one of those players who was a replacement player with Houston, performed well there.
You can hear him calling blue 372 out. I wonder if you were a defensive player, if you thought this was an out pattern, would you guess right?
On 2nd and 7. Peace throws it incomplete, intended for Stacy Mobley. He'll bring up 3rd down and long.
Also, one of the things that have plagued offenses in this league is the inability to protect the passer in the pocket. That time, the offensive line of the Fire gave Brent more than enough time to complete that ball.
21's in there. 21's in? Yes. Okay. All right. Let's go with a queen left zip. Left zip.
Chan Gailey making the call. Brent Peace hoping to deliver on 3rd and 7.
Actually, one of the reasons that Brent Peace had a lot of time on that play was that it was a penalty.
566 box.
Now 2nd and 17.
566
was holding on the offensive line. No wonder why he had so much time. Birmingham starting very slowly tonight, to say the least.
It's been the trouble they've had through the first couple of weeks.
This could be a screen here.
Blitz coming. Peace rolls and buys some time. Got the pass away and got it complete to Hopkins, his tight end. And he took a shot from Tracy Simeon as soon as he let go of the football.
A nice throw by Brent.
You want to see what it looks like to chase a quarterback? Check this out.
Well, here you go.
Pretty good block by Henderson. You got a good view of Brent's back.
I wonder if that helmet cam's going to make it through the game.
Well, that's a nice collision.
Tracy said he was fired up to wear this thing.
Well, he showed us a little bit right there. 3rd and 1. Birmingham, only 21% of their 3rd down conversions this year, but they have got this one. It looks as though Henderson will pick it up by about a foot or so. O'Neal Gilbert in on the stop defensively along with Tracy Simeon, number 53.
Well, we put the helmet cam on the right guy. He's making all the tackles. Here he comes. Boom.
I think the sound's as good as the look, huh?
Oh, man. I wonder if his mom knew that he grew up to be like this. That's her little boy.
It is a first down, though, for Joe Henderson. Had to get it to the 31, and as you can see, he got it just past the 31-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Birmingham Fire. Early first quarter. If you're just joining us, the Machine in front by a touchdown on a fumble return for a score. Play fake. Peace lofts one out, and he's got it out to Steve Avery. And Avery's got another first down to the 46-yard line.
That was a nice job. That was a nice job by Brent Peace, sticking the ball into Henderson's stomach. Good acting job in the backfield. Watch how he rolls out now. Now that he is a wide open receiver, and this is one of the most difficult things to do. You just want to get the ball to him. Actually, sometimes aim it. And that receiver sitting there saying, "Hey, get this ball down here. We want this ball quickly. We don't want to be waiting for it."
That thing looked like a shot put, but it got a first down. 14-yard pickup. The Machine starting to settle in a little bit on offense. Henderson again. Rather the Fire. Henderson. Pick up the 4 to midfield. Adam Bobb made the hit. Let's get the Birmingham play call.
Go with 12 again. Okay. Let's go with a King left topo. 135 Ram. Left topo.
Let's go Texas. 135 Ram. Texas 135 Ram.
Down. 2nd down along 6. Right at the midfield stripe.
This should be an off-tackle run here to the left. That's your 35 call.
About a yard for Joe Henderson. For the front wall of the Machine closes in. Brings up another 3rd down
let's
situation.
Go. What do we got in there down at far, Coach? Got 12, 21. Okay, go with the wing left hitter. Lou 333 over. Lou 333 over.
Go Lou 333 over. Lou.
Now the coaches in the booth giving a 3rd and 4. It's closer to 3rd and 5. Let's see what they come up with.
You can hear Brent telling his players what the play is. This is going to be a 33 over. It's going to be a drop back pass. Probably hit the tight end on a crossing route over the middle.
Peace looks, fires, and it's intercepted, and it's Richard Shelton. He might have another touchdown. Shelton inside the 20. Forget about it. Touchdown. Later, touchdown, Richard Shelton, and he is doing it all.
Brent just threw that ball behind Mobley. Mobley had Shelton beat on this play. It's a good route by Mobley. Gets down low. That ball's outside, not thrown behind. He has a chance. The ball's thrown behind him. The offensive player has no chance. The best thing for Mobley to do there is try to play defense and keep that ball out of Shelton's hands.
Shelton's touched it twice. He scored twice. And Nitmo to try to make it 14-0. Montreal. And it's blocked. Kick is stuffed by Birmingham. So with 9 minutes and 41 seconds remaining in the first quarter, there's the man of the night. As Brent Peace throws and Richard Shelton takes it 62 yards the other way. The Machine 13, Fire nothing.
Come rediscover American value at the National Dodge Sell-A-thon. Presenting some of the best Dodge deals ever. Total savings up to $4,370. Savings up to $4,200 on Ram pickups. Up to $1,700 on Shadow convertibles. Air conditioning at no extra charge on Caravans plus $500 cash back. And prices from under $7,500. But hurry, these deals can't last forever.
If you're looking for a hotel that was made for you, welcome to Embassy Suites Hotels. where we made every room a 2-room suite so you can spread out and work, or stretch out and relax, where we made breakfast free and easy to free up your schedule, where we made beverages on the house so each evening you can loosen your tie and relax. Call 1-800-EMBASSY. We were made for each other.
How about a better hand soap? Not us, we can't cope. We don't need no lava soap, no. Regular soap won't always work, but lava with pumice will. Interested? No, no, no. Lava, that don't try to cope without it soap.
He can take a punch.
I'm starting to get in a bad mood, you know?
He can take an insult. But now he's taking out the garbage. Steven Seagal, Out for Justice. Rated R. Starts Friday, April 12th at a theater near you.
Back at Olympic Stadium in Montreal, where the Machine leads 13-0.
Okay. Let's go to the replay here, and you can see right here, Mobley comes up. He's going to run an out pattern on Shelton, and the ball is actually underthrown. And it's going to be underthrown, and Shelton's going to make a nice play in stepping underneath Mobley. The ball is thrown low and outside. Mobley has a good shot at coming back and getting the ball. It was thrown outside, and Shelton makes a nice play. He's actually got 12 points tonight.
We may never see the Montreal offense this quarter. Shelton puts the Machine in front, 13-0. Let's go down to the sideline of Michael Barkan. Bark.
Hey, Brad, I want to know, Richard, you ever think of playing offense the way you're scoring?
No, I'm just trying to stick with defense. Hope we can keep it up.
What are they showing you that you've been able to capitalize on, both on special teams and back there in the secondary?
Oh, they're not really showing us too much. Just the same thing we seen on film in the first time we played them. We just out there playing our heart out and ball bouncing our way.
And you know what happened the first time, Brad? Up to you.
All right, Michael, thank you. Shelton off to a great start. Jay, I wonder who's going to be Defensive Player of the Week in the World League. Huh?
Well, there's a long way to go, Brad.
And there's the look of a coach whose team is down a couple of touchdowns with 9 minutes, 41 seconds remaining in the first quarter. And Birmingham wanted to go home in the top spot in their division, with London coming in next week, next Monday night. And they've got a lot of ground to make up. But as Boomer said, a long time for them to do that.
You'll see one of the interesting things about the Montreal kickoff. You'll see 8 of their guys line up to the left side of the kicker. And a lot of people wonder, why are they doing this? Well, when they shift out of their formation right now, what will happen, it screws up the blocking assignments for the Birmingham Fire. And all they're trying to do is give them different looks so they don't know who to block. And all of these guys on the Fire side of the field are trying to pick out numbers. And when they move like this, it happens, they're not used to seeing this, and it kind of creates holes for the defenders to come down and make the tackles.
Boy, Nitmo's been kicking off. I don't know if it matters. This one's shorter, though, and returnable. Ted Wilson will take it at the 7. And heading outside, down only to the 20 again. 14-yard return. Nice play by Jackson on the special teams to make the hit. So back comes the Fire offense.
Birmingham has to get something going here. They've moved the ball, okay. If it were not for their 2 turnovers, they'd be all right. But that's the one thing that they felt like they lost last time, was because of their turnovers.
They had 2 turnovers on special teams last time. One with the punt team, one with a kicking unit. And it cost them a couple of touchdowns and a 20-5 loss back in Alabama a couple of weeks ago. Well, the same thing's happening tonight in a hurry in the first quarter. Third Fire possession. Started at their own 18, then the 21, and now the 21 again. 1st and 10. 2 tight end set for Brent Peace and Mobley in motion. Peace splits on, got it across the middle. And on the run is Willie Boyer. And Boyer's got a first down across the 30 out to the 32-yard line.
I really like that call, Brad. Chan Gailey's been around great quarterbacks, so he knows after an interception has been thrown, you want to come right out on the field and you want to immediately start throwing. Get that confidence level back up for Brent.
Solid 949 flat.
Okay, you're 949 flat.
Q solid.
9 flat. Q solid. 949 flat.
Okay, this is a drop back pass play, so he's going to keep the pressure on Brent to keep throwing and find a rhythm.
First down for Peace in the Fire offense at its 33-yard line. Pass. This could be a play coming up. The pump fake and the long ball, and incomplete, intended for Boyer again. Boyer took a lick back in the secondary from Darrell Holmes, a free safety.
What you're hearing is when you hear 9-4-9, that is a passing tree that the Birmingham Fire are using.
Set right, zip zap. Set right, zip zap. Got a right. Ruby 372 out.
Set right, zip zap.
372 out. Zip zap.
Set right, zip zap.
What you hear is zip zap is the formation.
372 out.
372 out is the play. Obviously, this is a pass play. 372 meaning the three numbers of the passing tree, and I'll explain that in a minute.
Mobley again, the motion man. The blitz coming, pass incomplete. Closest man, the tight end. And we got a man down. Steve Lofton, the left corner, shaking up on the play for the Machine defense.
The passing tree that they're using, it goes 0 through 9 actually, with each letter corresponding to a particular route, and that's exactly what kind of offense they are running right now.
8 minutes and 29 seconds to go in the first quarter. We'll check on the condition of Steve Lofton, and we come back to Olympic Stadium after this.
With every step, your child gets closer and closer to the problem of drug and alcohol abuse. Don't let it happen. Find out about drug abuse resistance education, or DARE America. It's an in-school program where community police officers teach kids how to say no to drugs the first time and every time. Support DARE America before your child gets too close to the edge. KFC is proud to be a national sponsor of DARE America.
Sports world knows baseball.
In the air, and there's no better time to visit Hometown Carpet and Floor World than during our Spring Color Spectacular.
During our spring color sale, we have great savings on all Mannington vinyl, including Mannington Gold, the floor that breaks the shine barrier.
Remember, 5-store buying power means lower prices.
Hometown Carpet and Floor World. Together better than ever. Come on by and check out our Spring Color Spectacular. Great values on carpet and Mannington vinyl in Ceres, Newman, Modesto, and Turlock.
When the earthquake ended, the drama began. After the shock, the San Francisco Bay Area earthquake on USA. Wednesday at 9, 8 Central.
It's a good look at Tracy Simeon, the outside linebacker, wearing our USA helmet cam. And there's a look from inside his face mask as Birmingham works with a third down and long.
Third down and long is an outside linebacker's dream, and that's Tracy's going to be blitzing on the outside.
4 wide out group for Brent Peace. He'll work from the shotgun. And flags down. Mullen, the left tackle, may have come out of his stance.
And I'll tell you why he came out of his stance. He has to block Tracy Simeon. And when you have somebody with the speed.
False start. 79 offense. Third down.
When you're trying to block somebody with the speed of a Tracy Simeon, I mean, and you're a tackle and you're 300 pounds, that's a very difficult job.
Hot 595 whole option.
Just to make things more difficult for a head coach.
He's saying 595 whole option. You'll have an inside receiver running an option route, whether he can turn out or turn inside. Will probably be your running back. Your inside receivers will be running their option routes, or your running back out of the backfield will be running an option route over the middle, meaning he can turn in or turn outside depending on what kind of defense he sees.
You just want to hope the quarterback and the receiver are on the same page.
That's right.
Third down for Peace, and he's got time in the pocket. Incomplete. Intended for Stacy Mobley. And the Fire's going to have to give it up.
3rd and 15 is no fun for a quarterback. It's very difficult to convert first downs there. Defense is sitting back in zones. They'll allow your receivers to catch the ball within 5 yards of the first down, and then they'll converge on the tackle.
Look out for that guy. Richard Shelton back in punt return formation. Kirk Maggio set to kick it away for Birmingham. Shelton's touched it twice tonight, and he's ended up in the end zone both times. They'll have a chance to field this from the 22. And he took a pretty good lick about the 26-yard line. That is where the Machine offense will finally go to work when we come back. 7:10 to go first quarter. Machine by 13.
No one can guarantee you a perfect world. A world where the unexpected never intrudes. But some of us know we'll be taken care of, quickly and compassionately. In an imperfect world, you're in good hands with Allstate, a member of the Sears Financial Network.
If you don't have AT&T 800 service and trouble hits, who knows how long you could be out? Only AT&T automatically protects you through the 800 Assurance Policy. With AT&T, you would be guaranteed back in touch in 30 minutes or less. With anyone else? Who knows? But if you do have AT&T, your 800 service is guaranteed. That's not all. Since AT&T connects calls 25% faster and has the fewest block calls, more 800 calls get through, so you can make more sales. With all that, why choose any other 800 service? Better service, better results. Another AT&T advantage. Call now for free installation.
It has been called the ultimate competition in golf. Share the tradition of the Masters, only on USA. Thursday and Friday live at 4 Eastern, rebroadcast at 9.
The Fire has 12 plays. The Machine has 13 points. This is the first time we see Kevin Sweeney in the Montreal offense. Kevin Sweeney out of Fresno State, and joining him offensively, we'll check the rest of his group in a moment. They'll set up in an I backfield. Roderick Sargent and Elroy Harris is the tailback in the I. Motion man, Mike Cador, and a give to Harris. And Harris is a big hole off the left side. And the Machine offense, 9 yards on its first play. John Miller made the tackle. Elroy Harris carrying the ball there. In the backfield with Sargent, Keith Jennings, Mike Cador, Willie Snead are the tight end and wide receivers. DeRoche, Novak, Graham, Kula, and Harris across the front wall for Montreal. Second down and a yard to go. Sargent, the fullback. He's going to be close to the first down before the Birmingham Fire defense can slow him down. Let's check that Fire defense. They played well through 2 weeks. Otis Moore, Darrell Phillips, and Pelham McDaniels across the front three. The linebacking core, Steve Heisch, Paul McGowan, John Brantley, and Maurice Oliver. And the secondary, Tracy Sanders, John Holland, John Miller, and Arthur Hunter. Miller, who had a 99-yard touchdown return on an interception last week that was the difference in the Fire's win over Sacramento. Third down and a yard. Harris collides with Sweeney. Spins his way back near the line of scrimmage, but he didn't get the first down. Nice job by the Birmingham defense. They stuff him for a loss of about a yard. Brantley and Moore are there to slow down the Machine offense. So 9 yards on the first play, and then they're going the wrong way with the other two.
I'll tell you, if you're Kevin Sweeney, you're saying to yourself, am I playing in this game or what?
Kevin's in there for about a minute and a half, and now Chris Moore will kick it away.
You got an interesting play set. Montreal likes to play with their special teams. They like to do a lot of different things to create different looks, and they move guys around a lot on the field to try to confuse their opposing.
More standard set there. Moore kicks it away. And a nice punt. James Henry from the 22 out to the 29-yard line. 44-yard kick and a 9-yard return. Let's take a little buggy ride here in Montreal tonight with the Machine out in front. 13-0. 5 minutes, 13 seconds to go first quarter.
Isn't Sir John late for tea?
Yes, I rather think he is.
Now no one is safe from American football. KFC introduces the World League Challenge Sweepstakes. You could win $1 million instantly. So rush in and play today.
Dressing up, stepping out. If you're talking about fun, that's what it's all about. Shake it up, whoa, whoa, put it on, check it out.
When you're in a place where the beat goes on, you don't want to fill up. So reach for the silver bullet, the one that won't slow you down.
We're talking about Coors Light.
morning belongs to Skin Bracer Aftershave. Its cool, brisk tingle really gets you going. And what a great scent. Skin Bracer.
No better way to face the day by bed.
How about a better hand soap?
Not us, we can't cope. We don't need no lava soap, nope.
Regular soap won't always work, but lava with pumice will. Interested?
Nope, nope, nope.
Lava, but don't try to cope without it soap.
Isn't Sir John late for tea?
Yes, I rather think he is.
Now no one is safe from American football. KFC introduces the World League Challenge Sweepstakes. You could win $1 million instantly. So rush in and play today.
Let's take a look at the World League Silver Bullet receiving leaders through the second week of action. Byron Williams on top by one over Monty Galbraith, and Kenny Bell, Birmingham, with 11 catches. That's the Coors Silver Bullet receiving leaders. Ultimately, the award will be $2,500 each to the leading quarterback and receivers from Coors to the Literacy Foundation in the player's hometown. Pick up a 4 as Birmingham has its best field position so far tonight. But again, a couple of miscues have cost him 13 points. Steve Avery, the fullback, on the carry there, and he'll be second down about 6.
Go Texas. 135 out.
Get in there, Phillip.
Texas, 135 out.
Doubles left, zip.
Doubles left, doubles left.
Telling Phil Ross, the tight end, to get back in there.
Texas, 135 out, out.
A little special tutoring right there.
Second and 6. And out to the 37-yard line goes Avery. It's going to be about 2 yards shy of the first down. Let's get the call again on the Birmingham sideline.
10 personnel. 10. 3rd and 3. 10. Okay, go trips right. Strike 999 dart.
Let's go, let's go, let's
Trips
go.
right being the formation, 999 dart being the play.
Strike, 999 dart.
And strike, screen pass. Is that what we're looking for, Bowman?
Strike will mean screen pass. Most note probably right to the back, standing right next.
That's Avery.
To Brent Pease. Here it comes, here he comes.
Well, he goes over the middle instead and he's got his man, Boyer. And Boyer across midfield before Lofton can catch up with him and make the stop, pick up a 14.
Really, Brent did a nice job of reading the defense. Just because you call a screen pass does not mean that you have to throw it to the screen.
Doubles left, zips. 138. Zip. Doubles left.
Watch how he reads the defense. You see the defenders running out with the screen, and underneath comes a shallow cross. It's a nice read by Brent Pease.
Boyer takes it for the first down and in to machine territory for the Birmingham Fire offense.
Texas, 139 over. Go.
Pease 4 out of 8, 56 yards, and he's thrown the interception for a score, and he wants a timeout here.
He got caught in the middle of an audible there. He was trying to audible from one side to the other because he was going to the weakness of the defense. The play clock was so quick that he had to get rid of it. Call timeout.
3 minutes and 14 seconds to go in the first quarter at Olympic Stadium. Looking in on the machine defense.
Hey, that's not us. We're down here. We're Daihatsu from Japan, and we're new in the neighborhood. So you haven't seen a lot of Daihatsus here. Not yet.
But as word spreads about Daihatsu quality, we'll grow bigger, and we won't get a stiff neck from looking up at the neighbors.
With our Charade 3-door hatchback, Daihatsu quality starts from $63.97.
From the Far East to Europe. Across the Caribbean and throughout North America, only one airline covers so much of the world with so much warmth.
We love to fly and
From Montreal's Olympic Stadium, it is 13-0 in favor of the Machine. Statistics can lie so often, and that has been the case so far tonight. Trust us, because Birmingham's doing all the offense, the Machine's doing all the defense. Now you get a look. Brent Pease rolls and throws and got his tight end. And a first down for Mark Hopkins. Hopkins knocked out, but not before he got inside the 35-yard line.
Again, it's nice play action by Brent, faking the toss to the left. making the defense go with the fake, coming back against
Queen
the
left, topo, 135. Queen left, topo.
Fire comes up without a huddle.
135 will be
35.
an off tackle run to the left.
Cross. Idaho 135 cross. Down.
Should be off tackle to the left.
Steve Avery, and there is a single setback with a 2 tight end formation. And here he comes off the left tackle. To the 32-yard line, Desmond Royal, the nose tackle, made the stop. They told us Avery's going to have to carry the ball more tonight, Boomer, and he certainly is doing that.
And one of the things that happens is when you get your running game in gear, you can now use your fake bootlegs and what we call your nakeds, where there are no lead blockers for your quarterback who's making the play fake in the backfield. Avery's a big kid too, and and they want to get him. They want to pound the big fullback up the middle.
There you see Northern Michigan's all-time leading rusher, 210 pounds. He is alone, as Boomer just mentioned. Piece back, steps up in the pocket, got it to Boyer inside the 20. Another first down. It looked like a late hit almost as Boyer got to the 19-yard line. Darrell Holmes in there to make the stop.
Again, it was play action in the backfield. Brent showing real good poise in the pocket. Put that ball right between the numbers.
Boyer now with 3 catches on the night.
Frisco 338 Denver.
Hey, what pieces getting rattled down 13 points. He's kept his poise. Has not played as well in the first 2 weeks as he had hoped for, and that's the same story. Chad Gailey says he hasn't played as well as I thought he was going to either, but we think he's getting better every week. This drive, he looks pretty good. Here comes the end around. Stacy Mobley. And Mobley inside the 10 near the 9-yard line. Got about 9 yards out of it, close to another first down before Richard Shelton made the tackle.
For those fans who follow the Denver Broncos, you can see a lot of the similarities. Good little play fake again to Avery. Mobley comes around. It's a good call down here because the defenses tend to play a lot more man defense, and they tend to leave the zones that they're standing in. Creates mismatches down the field.
And he got a nice gain and in fact got a first down. I gave him 9. He got more like 10.5. Nice spot and a 1st and goal coming up.
You got overcalled right here. Yeah. No, we can't. They're getting one in there now. They get one in there. I want you to hit the over anyway, more than likely, okay? Steve! I can't. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Who's running the over?
Quarterback and head coach on the Birmingham sideline.
You want wing right hitter
at the 8-yard line.
What? Wing right hitter Ruby 333 over.
What happens down here?
You got a root. It's going to be wing right hitter. You're going to start over the right and come to the left. And if you get you got dual protection. If they don't come, I want you to run a flat. Okay? If they don't come, we cannot get a first down. We got to score. Got to score. Okay. That's why I'm throwing.
Okay, what they're talking about here, down here in this part of the field, defenses tend to play a lot of man-to-man coverage. And they call an over pattern to probably to the tight end, running across the middle, trying to create picks in the middle of the field to create an opening, much like you would in basketball. They have 2 tight ends. You'll see 1 tight end come in motion down here.
The one in motion is Hopkins. The other is Ross. And Peace on 1st and goal across the middle, and he's got Avery out of the backfield down near the 1-yard line. So Steve Avery's been a workhorse on this drive for the Fire. Adam Bob and Darrell Holmes made the hit defensively for Montreal.
32! 32! 32! Tell him 32. Fair 133.
Huh? What?
Queen right. Queen right flop. Queen right flop. Fair 133.
133 out.
2nd down and goal, about 1.5 yards away from the machine end zone.
A lot of people yelling different things. This could be a quick hitter up the middle.
Timeout.
Avery not sure where he should be set, and Brent Peace is upset. And another timeout here taken by the Fire.
One of the reasons that they're calling a timeout, and it's a smart play by Brent because they're in scoring position. There's a lot of confusion on the field. Guys don't know where to line up, and with the sped up clock, with the fact that the 35-second clock is moving continuously, they run out of time, and they don't have time to make the sets in the backfield.
And Chan Gailey made it very clear that he wanted his tight ends and Avery over there to talk to them too, because they were the guys a little bit confused, either Avery or the tight end that was supposed to be in motion. So he brought everybody over to have a little chat.
listen.
Sometimes the quarterback says the wrong thing too, so it's not always the other guy's fault. The quarterback could be giving the wrong personnel the wrong formation.
If we don't get
He's
the
got a lot of
formation,
things to think
push
about.
down and just give me that, because I can hear that. But when you're rushing it, I can't hear it because it's too staticky.
He's talking about he can't hear it in the helmet.
We got second down.
With the microphone.
Hold on the ball.
He's trying to tell the coach to calm down.
Not give him too much, right?
Just don't rush it. Just calm down. Calm down. Coaches tend to get excited when you get near the goal line on both sides. Defensive coaches on the other side, offensive coaches on your side.
Both teams have used a couple of timeouts, and we are not yet through quarter number 1. 24 seconds to go first quarter. It is 13-0 Montreal, but Birmingham lit their offense, moved it down the field just outside the Montreal 1-yard line. Second and goal.
This will probably be a quick hitter up the middle. If not, it could be a play-action pass throwing out to the back in the flat. But I think it'll probably be a quick hitter up the middle.
Avery and Henderson, dual backfield. There's the play fake. Wide open is Avery. Waiting too long is Peace, and it's intercepted. Quentin Jones stole that one. And Boomer, if Peace would have gotten rid of it earlier, it would have been a touchdown.
Got to throw it quicker. I mean, he's mad at himself right now, I can tell you that.
We'll get another look at this, and you will see Avery open by a couple of yards, but Quentin Jones, the strong safety out of Pittsburgh, makes the big play.
We'll see Avery come underneath, good play action fake, and there he's open. But actually, I think Brent was looking for the tight end in the back of the end zone and then came off to Avery and a little bit too late. Jones made a nice play. If it weren't for the secondary of the machine, I don't know what the score would be for Birmingham right now.
Tell you what, they just wasted a 69-yard drive in 9 plays with the interception down at the goal line. And the Machine's offense takes over at its own 3. Harris pops his way out to the 8, where Junior Jackson made the tackle.
The Machine has run 4 plays in the first quarter.
But 3 turnovers, including 2 interceptions, as Montreal in front by a 13-0 score. The end of the first quarter. Brent Peace dejected on the sideline, knowing that had he pulled the trigger a little quicker, it would have been 13-7. As it is, 13-0 at the end of 1.
Here's something for all you truck drivers to think about. There's an oil made special for trucks. An oil with the Shell brand. Oil that protects engines when they rev their highest and work their hardest. Think any oil will take care of your truck? Think again. Truck Guard from Shell.
These are enlargements of the long-distance bills of the D'Angelo Moving Company. You're no doubt saying, who cares? And well, you might. Except these bills probably share attributes with your business bills. Look, calling card, fax, general business calls all mixed together so the D'Angelos have to edit each month simply to determine who called whom for what. Same for their 800 bill. And here are the business calls from home that they have to fish out every month. Well, now that we have the D'Angelos and perhaps a few more of you hanging on my every word, on to the point. MCI Preferred. MCI's ingenious new long-distance service for smaller businesses. MCI Preferred combines all these bills into one simple bill, then provides an extra discount on the total. We figure that could save D'Angelo Moving about $1,800 this year, to say nothing of time and effort. We have an operator standing by for your call, Mr. D'Angelo. We also have operators standing by if you're not Mr. D'Angelo. Thank you.
Back at Olympic Stadium in Montreal, Brad Nessler and Boomer Esiason along with you. Nice to have you with us again as we wind up week 3 of the World League. And right now, Boomer, I tell you what, statistics lying all over the place with Montreal in front 13-0.
Birmingham's just killing themselves, Brad, and turnovers have hurt them earlier in the season, and they got to feel like they've been snake bit all year long. But I like their offensive play calling.
Montreal only 4 plays. They haven't thrown the ball yet, still haven't. And penalty markers all over the place at the 7-yard line. Brent Peace talking it over on the sideline, has thrown 2 interceptions.
False start. Number 64, offense, second down.
Two of the worst feelings you can have for a quarterback. One, an interception for a touchdown, and two, an interception in your opposing team's end zone.
Wasting that impressive 69-yard march at the goal line. And with the illegal procedure on Bob Kula, the right guard. Now the machine backed up to its own end zone as well. Sweeney, this will be the first throw of the night. Just got rid of it. Incomplete, and Kevin Sweeney took a shot.
Phillips absolutely hammered him.
There's Darrell Phillips.
This is what quarterbacking is all about right here, my friend. This is some hit right here. That's one of the things about being a quarterback is you have to sit in there. When you know you're going to get hit, you got to deliver the ball. You just got to give your body up for the good of the team, so to speak. Not for the good of yourself, but
definitely not for the good of the body. That's right. 3rd and 10. A little quick hitter inside and out across the 10 to the 12-yard line. It's Broderick Sargent, but he's going to be short of the first down. Let's go to Michael Barkam. Bark.
Hey, Brad, you talked about the Fire killing themselves before. I'll tell you, this is what could kill you. These are the seams for the baseball setup right here, and there's about a half-inch difference from the field to where this little runner runs through, and the same for third base right here and the pitcher's mound out there. And Boomer, you can tell us what happens if you run over one of those things on the field. Back to you.
You hurt yourself, Michael.
The machine to punt. Moore with another nice kick. James Henry backpedals to the 34, looking for some help. And he's got a decent return out of it. Out near midfield, got back to the 49-yard line. 14-yard return after a 52-yard kick.
If you're watching this game, you think that Birmingham is in total control. And they have been.
Hold on a second. Henry.
We talked about the first quarter statistics when we came back a moment ago. And look at this. Time of possession is all Birmingham. Turnovers is the key right there. The left of your screen, the second from the bottom. Those 3 turnovers, a fumble return for a score, 2 interceptions, 1 of those for a touchdown. Brent Peace over the middle of Boyer. His 4th catch of the night. Has it inside the 45 of the machine.
Again, a nice job by Chant.
Let's go doubles right zip. 139. Doubles right zip. Doubles right zip. Doubles right zip. 139. 139. Can't hear you. 139.
137. Let's go dog. 137 out.
Well, 139 sent him to the sideline.
Well, what happened there is that his earpiece in his helmet is not working, so he couldn't hear Changeli, but he was trying to read his lips.
Instead of 139, it's 137. Let's see if everybody knows what's going on. Avery with a nice cutback, and it's going to be close.
Essentially the same play, 37 and 39, just a little bit tighter as opposed to getting out real wide. Good second down and short call. Got the first downs, good safe call. But I like Changeli making Brent Peace get into the offense and throwing.
Queen right. Zip.
Stacy got zip.
Got to zip. Hurry up.
Here we go. Down.
First down. Birmingham trailing 13-0. Avery hitting the backfield this time. Loss of a couple. Tracy Simeon, the linebacker. Big smile on his face.
You got holding inside as well.
Supposed to keep your head up on those form tackles, aren't you?
Yes. There's Tracy. Good job getting in the backfield, creating havoc. Makes a good tackle. And Tracy has one of the best in the business to learn from out in Kansas City, and Derek Thomas.
That's right.
Here we go. Here we go.
Tracy with the Chiefs. Mike Elkins, who's quarterbacking the Surge, also with the Chiefs. Signed with the New Orleans Saints. Carl Peterson, the GM of the Chiefs, talking to him during the NFL season. He said, I think it's a great idea. He says, we've got some kids that can definitely get more work there. Boomer, what do you think of it?
I think it's a great idea for these young kids. They get an opportunity to improve their skills as opposed to sitting in the offseason lifting weights and going the film class and things of that nature, they get an opportunity to play, and that's really the most important thing.
Peace went to the left side after looking right. Boyer in and out of his hands. Darrell Holmes popped him in the secondary. Holmes having a nice job, doing a nice job back there, as is Shelton.
The way those guys were drafted, they were drafted in an enhancement draft. They enhanced their teams.
Here's a look at Boyer, who got his hands on it before Darrell Holmes collared him.
Got to catch that ball. The ball's right there, right in the numbers.
Brings up second down and 25. We've got 11:33 to go in the first half from Montreal. With Boomer Esiason and Michael Barkan, I'm Brad Nessler. Nice to have you along with us on USA on this matchup between the Machine and the Fire. Brent Peace rolling out. And he's going to go deep the other way. He's got a man open if the ball gets there, and it does. And Mobley takes it in. Touchdown, Birmingham. 55-yard scoring pass.
After this point, we're going for one. Yeah.
Boy, that thing seemed to hang there forever. But it just got over Richard Shelton.
This is one of the favorite plays that the Denver Broncos run. They call it a dash pass. He drops back, straight back, and then rolls to his right and then throws it all the way across the grain. Now, you can do that when you have John Elway.
This was not a John Elway throw.
But it got there. And Richard Shelton got burned. He was thinking, this is my third for the evening.
That's right. And instead, Mobley takes it in, and now Win Lyle in to attempt the point after, and we're going to have a 6-point ball game if Lyle connects. And he does. So a 52-yard drive in 4 plays, and with the penalty involved, the touchdown pass was 55 yards.
Love you.
Stacey Mobley loves somebody, and he's going to love the end result. He'll get a look at this sometime later on the film study. Touchdown, Birmingham. We'll be back.
Isn't Sir John late for tea?
Yes, I rather think he is.
Now no one is safe from American football. KFC introduces the World League Challenge Sweepstakes. You could win $1 million instantly. So rush in and play today.
No better way to face the day. When the sun comes up, then I'm feeling fine. Cause the AM surely is my favorite time.
The morning belongs to Speed Stick. It's what more men reach for to prepare, to prevent, to protect. Speed Stick, 110% protection.
No better way to face the day. No better way to face the day.
Speed Stick, 110% protection.
From Gillette comes Sensor, the only razor that can sense and adjust to the individual needs of your face. Sensor blades are mounted on responsive springs to continuously sense and individually adjust to your face. The closest, safest, most comfortable. Gillette Sensor, together with the richness of foamy shave cream, for the best shave a man can get.
Gillette, the best a man can get.
Isn't Sir John late for tea?
Yes, I rather think he is.
Now no one is safe from American football. KFC introduces the World League Challenge Sweepstakes. You could win $1 million instantly. So rush in and play today.
Olympic Stadium in Montreal as the Fire set to kick away. They're right back in it with a touchdown with 11:10 to go first half. Montreal still in front by 6. Maggio kicks off. Fedor will take it to the Machine. Far sideline. Got only out to the 21-yard line. USA helmet cam, and listen in close to what's going on in this one.
Good job, homeboy. All right, buddy. Good job. Hey, Claire, KC. Yeah. I used to be that man. Don't you? Fred. Yeah. All right, baby.
Well, there you have it. Homeboy is a term of affection that we use amongst each other in between plays, and yes, we can be civilized in between plays. That was Avery and Simeon talking to each other, and I guess Simeon felt that Avery was a homeboy.
Terms of endearment, huh?
Yes.
Affection, a homeboy.
Yes.
On the 22, first down for the Machine. Harris, the single setback, gets the call on the toss swoop on the left side. Trying to put a stiff arm out there and lost a yard. Nice job defensively, as now the Fire's defense a little bit fired up. Junior Jackson and then Arthur Hunter in on the hit. Paul McGowan also, the inside backer.
We talked to Paul McGowan before the game. He said, well, if our offense can get going, we'll be okay.
A little misleading. The Fire all over it in total yardage, but still it's 13-7 thanks to 3 turnovers by the Birmingham offense. Second down and 12. Here comes a blitz. Sweeney going deep. He's got man coverage out there, and it's pretty good man-to-man coverage. Tracy Sanders on the corner.
Good coverage right there. Ran step for step.
Looks a little bit like Bobby Butler. Played at Florida State. Played opposite Deion Sanders on the other corner for Bobby Bowden.
Got away with a little holding there.
Maybe a little bit on Kador, the wide receiver.
Look at that. He grabbed this jersey right. Well, this guy's get away with everything back there in that secondary.
The trick of the trade. Third down and long. Sweeney, I don't know if this is supposed to be a quarterback keeper. I think somebody went the wrong way in the backfield. John Miller runs Sweeney out of bounds. Montreal with 3 possessions and 3 and out each time offensively, so it's a good job. Good thing their defense is doing the job. Their offense isn't.
Not the first play.
Let's go.
That's from the head coach. Jacques not mincing words. Jacques Dussault, the head coach there with a short sign on the left of your screen.
Stay there, stay there. Here we go.
Chris Moore into kick. James Henry goes back deep for Birmingham. This is not as good a punt. And Henry's going to clear out of the way. Takes a Montreal bounce and rolls to a stop at the 34-yard line. 9 minutes and 4 seconds to go first half. Birmingham trailing by 6. They'll have the ball back when we come back.
With every step, your child gets closer and closer to the problem of drug and alcohol abuse. Don't let it happen. Find out about drug abuse resistance education, or DARE America. It's an in-school program where community police officers teach kids how to say no to drugs the first time and every time. Support DARE America before your child gets too close to the edge.
KFC is proud to be a national sponsor of DARE America.
Last time at Pro Sports World. Now it's 5 years later. At Pro Sports World, there's enough team hats to keep these guys going for years. Think of how many that means for you. Pro Sports World, all the team hats anyone ever needs. Pro Sports World, Sherwood Mall, Stockton, Vintage Fair Mall, Modesto.
A hat a week. That's all we ask.
Take a step. Save energy. Save money. Join the Modesto Irrigation District Shave the Energy Peak program. We'll install a cycler on your central air conditioner. During hot summer days, it will cycle off for a few minutes each half hour. You won't notice the difference in comfort, but you'll see the savings on your MID bill. Get in step. Save energy. Save money. Call your MID office today at 526-7373.
Join Dan Marino as the New York, New Jersey Knights clash with the Montreal Machine. World League Football on USA, Saturday, live at 8 Eastern.
That's what you're going to see next Saturday. The Knights and the Machine. Frankfurt, Sacramento will have at it. All coming up next weekend on USA. And we will go to Birmingham next Monday night to see the same Birmingham Fire Club that is back in this game, trailing 13-7. 9 minutes, 4 seconds to go first half. The Fire from their own 34. Brent Peace going to keep it. Got a couple before he's run out of bounds. Tracy Simeon shagging down a quarterback, and that'll give us another look at the pursuit.
And the thing about Tracy here on this play, he's actually in between the quarterback and the quarterback's receiver. So So he's got to play in between. He's playing off and going forward, playing back. And then...
Hello. A little shot there.
A little out of bounds there, too, Tracy.
The quarterbacks are supposed to take a little lick just to keep you in the game.
Have you been watching the helmet cam?
From the 36. Piece over the middle. Nice catch. And hit immediately at the 41-yard line is Willie Boyer. Boyer's been pretty active. Pick up a 7.
I'll tell you, Willie Boyer could help himself a little bit.
King left topo. 135 ram left topo.
Here's your off tackle play to left, but Boyer can help himself a little bit. When you run across the middle as a receiver and you see a zone defense, you want to sit in the zones. You don't want to run through the zones, because when you run through the zones, you're actually going to be running into other players. So sit down when you see those zones.
And he ran into another player a yard short of the first down. 3rd and a yard. Henderson straight ahead. He's got the first down out to the 45-yard line. So Birmingham with all kind of statistics offensively, total yardage, time of possession, you name it, they've got it, but they trail on the scoreboard. And there's the first downs, as you saw the machine with 3 possessions and haven't been able to muster anything on offense, but thanks to Richard Shelton, their right cornerback, they're in front 13-7.
I think the machine offense needs a little oil.
It
what
sure
would you
does.
say, Brad?
Topo!
First down at the 45. Two tight end formation. Keep it on the ground. It's Henderson. And Henderson picks up 4. Defensively, Johnny Carter and Jerry Leggett are there. Henderson out of Iowa State, 6'1", 205. Originally a 10th round draft choice of the New Orleans Saints in '89. Last week got the first touchdown for the Fire, 35-yard scamper, and that got the fans going in Birmingham. Second down at 7 for the Fire. Under 7 minutes to go first half. Nice play fake by Peace. Lofts it out, and Mark Hopkins, his tight end, can't hold on. Adam Bobb is there defensively.
Peace had to adjust that throw over Simeon. You'll see right here. Let him just a little bit too far. You have a tendency when you're rolling with your receiver out of the pocket to lead the receiver a little bit too much. You want to throw it a little bit at him, a little bit. I usually aim for the front number. And usually a good target to throw at. Not always perfect, but
Fire 3 out of 5, I should say, their 3rd down conversions, and they've got 3rd down here. They're going deep. Boyer's out there and knocked away by Steve Lofton. Nice job defensively by number 45.
Rousseau said his strong point on defense was his 2 cornerbacks, and we've seen that tonight. Both Shelton and Lofton are playing very well back there. Lofton timed this ball just perfect.
Not a bad ball from Peace, intended for Boyer, who's been his leading receiver tonight. We'll get another look.
It's a good throw. Lofton does a real nice job coming out of his back pedal and looks for the ball. Nice job.
Fire punts it away, and the fair catch taken by Richard Shelton at the 16-yard line. This one's incomplete, but we've still got a tight game. 13-7, Montreal in front. They've got the ball when we come back.
A company can learn a lot in 125 years. As you learn, you make your product better and better. 125 years of quality. That's why people who know use Valvoline.
He can take a compliment.
This guy's good, Richie.
He can take a punch. But now he's taking out the garbage. Steven Seagal, Out for Justice. Rated R. Starts Friday, April 12th at a theater near you.
Come rediscover American value at the National Dodge Sell-A-thon. Presenting some of the best Dodge deals ever. Total savings up to $4,370. Savings up to $4,200 on Ram pickups. Up to $1,700 on Shadow convertibles. Air conditioning at no extra charge on Caravans plus $500 cash back. And prices from under $7,500. But hurry, these deals can't last forever.
Good morning, room service.
Yes, this is Mr. Block, 811. Waiting.
Oh,
Yes, sir, your breakfast is on the way.
It should have been half an hour ago.
Sorry, sir, it'll be there any minute.
You sure?
Absolutely. What was that room number again?
They're making the biggest comeback in swashbuckling history.
One for all, come on!
Richard Chamberlain, Kim Cattrall, Michael York, the return of the Musketeers, Saturday at 2.
Back in Montreal, where the Machine leads 13-0. And you know, this stadium was originally constructed in 1976, was supposed to have a dome on it then, did not. The dome came on just several years ago. When they first put it on, they got all the people in here. A lot of the Canadians are smokers. Everyone lit up. There was a big fog bowl in here. They had no more smoking after that. Back to you, Brad.
All right, you got smoke in your head. It's 13-7, not 13-0.
Well, that's our swamp thing.
He has a good time on the sideline, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah.
What do we have?
Montreal 21 yards on 6 running plays, and that's it. They haven't completed a pass yet. And the ball is loose, and Birmingham comes up with it at the 11-yard line. So the Fire comes up with a big defensive play, much like the Machine did on the opening play of the ball game.
Man, if you're the Machine, they just got to get their act together. They're just not playing well at all. I mean, Birmingham's defense has totally shut them down.
Number 77, Pelham McDaniels, and John Miller from the secondary are the two guys that got near the ball. As you see, Harris Coffett. And then the scramble was on.
Defensive players are taught when they make the tackle to go after that ball. You'll see. Jars the ball loose.
Gives Birmingham the football at the 11-yard line. First down, and it's Avery. Straight ahead for 3. And the Fire can get a first down inside the 1-yard line. The turnovers. There's a look in the Machine for the first time tonight. Loses the football, giving Chan Gailey's Birmingham Fire an opportunity to not only get back in this thing, but take the lead now.
You know how to run this? Ricky? Yes.
Second down and 7 at the 8-yard line.
14.
Avery again. And he works his way inside the 5 to the 4-yard line. Steve Avery with a nice run before Putzier puts him down. Bring it up 3rd down and a long 3.
To the one for the first. Give me 10 personnel. 10 personnel. Hey, get in there, Joe. Trips left. Honor 924 under. Honor 924.
10 personnel puts the little guys trotting out to the field.
Exactly. That's just a call for their wide receiver spread offense. This will be a little flat pattern out to the left, but again, they're confused and they're going to have to call timeout.
And that is their final timeout of the first half.
We got everybody. Good decision.
Let's stay right here and see what goes on the sideline.
Got to stick it in there this time now. How were they lined up then? Did it look like 4-2?
What was it?
What'd that look like, Steve? Let's go with the Dig 44, okay? Let's go with the Dig 44. Go. Just right. 924 on. Just right.
What's the formation?
Go right. Yeah. Go left formation. Left formation.
Dig 44.
Right.
All they're talking about there, they're talking about left formation. It tells everybody, all the backs and all the wide receivers where to line up. 044 is the passing tree again. They'll probably hit somebody in the flat underneath the 2 receivers to the left. Probably going to hit Henderson in the flat to the left, I would think.
They need almost 4 yards.
Good safe play. He might even roll out into this. Actually, they're in a shotgun. They'll probably hit Henderson out of the backfield.
Piece from the gun. Henderson flanks him on his left. And it's a little shovel to Henderson. And he didn't get the first down because Tracy Simeon was there.
Well, that's a pass.
Pass it is. A completion, too. But that man stops the Fire short of the first down. That's what Tracy Simeon just did to Joe Henderson. And it brings on the field goal unit for the Fire. Win Lyle in to attempt a 20-yard field goal to try to cut the gap to 3. Lyle has got the 10th point for the Birmingham Fire. So the fumble recovery pays off, but it nets the Fire only 3, thanks to Tracy Simeon and USA Helmet Cam. 13-10. St. Joseph's Shrine here in Montreal. We'll be back in a moment.
Isn't Sir John late for tea?
Yes, I rather think he is.
Now no one is safe from American football. KFC introduces the World League Challenge Sweepstakes. You could win $1 million instantly. So rush in and play today.
Power Stick Antiperspirant. It gives a man what he needs to excel. Power. Control. Power Stick. Stroke per stroke, 50% more power. 50% more odor and wetness fighters. 24-hour control that ordinary deodorant sticks just can't beat. All day, all night. Power Stick for 24-hour control.
Pour it on, work it out. If you're talking about sports, that's what it's all about. So pump it up, pump it out. Pour it on and work it out.
Because after working out, you don't want to fill up. So reach for the silver bullet, the one that won't slow you down.
Talking about Coors Light, it's the right beer now. Pour it on and work it out.
Isn't Sir John late for tea?
Yes, I rather think he is.
Now no one is safe from American football. KFC introduces the World League Challenge Sweepstakes. You could win $1 million instantly. So rush in and play today.
Olympic Stadium in Montreal, where the Machine leads by only 3 now after 2 early touchdowns. Richard Sheldon scoring both of them, one on a fumble recovery, one on a 62-yard interception return. But the Fire, with all their offense, has cut it down to a 3-point game. Mike Cador on the kickoff return with some room and the kicker to beat. Down the sideline and knocked out at the 37-yard line.
Terrell Austin just laid a great block right in the middle to spring Cador. Watch this block by number 20 right there. Wow. And that is some serious special teams play right there, and that's called a lookout block. The player trying to make the play does not see the blocker coming out of his corner of his eye, and actually Austin just leveled.
Kirk Maggio saved a touchdown. The kicker knocked him out of bounds. Cador out of Eastern Kentucky, right there, number 81. Little guy, 5'8", 169. And Kirk Maggio said, yeah, you know, I ran him down. He's got a lot of speed, but I still got him out of bounds at 37.
I'll tell you what, Austin absolutely leveled Thorson.
Boomer, you know, he's smart, quick, and full of tricks. We're talking about Richard Dean Anderson. He's MacGyver, weeknights, 7 o'clock, 6 Central on USA.
I knew you weren't talking about Michael Barkan.
From the 37-yard line, the Machine with a first down. And bouncing outside is Elroy Harris. And Harris swarmed out at the 33. Got about 4 before John Holland got over there to make the hit. As we take a look at what's gone on with the Machine possessions. 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out, and a fumble on the first play.
They got great field position. Now's the time that they got to make something happen on their offense. Their defense and their special teams have kept them in the game. They got to make something happen here.
There's still the story. The Machine leads by 3 thanks to 3 turnovers by Birmingham. But Birmingham's controlled the game as far as their offense, with the exception of those miscues. Fans are kind of pounding on the seats now, waiting for the Machine to do something offensively. And Harris is trying to do it, but he's going to be run down again at the line of scrimmage. Arthur Hunter came up from the secondary. John Brantley was there.
I think Joe Farragelli, the offensive coordinator of the Machine, is probably saying, hey, don't these guys listen to me when I talk to them in meetings? There he is.
Okay, eye right. Yeah, base. Base people.
All right, base people just means 2 running backs.
Reverse. 9.
Here you go. Here's a reverse. He'll fake a play to the right,
1 to 3,
and he'll hand it to the wide receiver coming around. Base personnel, all that means.
Come on, let's go.
It is 3rd down and 5, and as we told you, the machine has not converted a 3rd down yet. We're at the 2-minute warning, and the machine out in front by 3. We'll see what they've got on 3rd down when we come back.
They say you can see the future in the palm of your hand. Behold, JVC's smallest camcorder ever, with all the right features, from full-range autofocus to low-light sensitivity to title graphics. Plus, it easily plays in your VHS VCR. So at a mere 26 ounces, the future really is in the palm of your hand. JVC, we just made recorded history again.
They really want me to take that job in Chicago.
When the moment really matters, there's no better card than MasterCard. With payment flexibility and nearly 3 times the acceptance of American Express. So you can buy what you want, when you want. For the way we really live.
I've been thinking. Please stay.
MasterCard, master the moment.
Well, the fans at Olympic Stadium had a lot to cheer about early thanks to Richard Shelton, their fine right cornerback, who has the 13 points for the machine tonight, and they're out front by 3, and we're just a couple of minutes away from halftime. And at halftime, Diana Nyad's got the Reebok halftime report, checking out the machine. And Boomer and I will have highlights of the first half, and there were some definite fireworks for the machine, especially on defense. But Birmingham has controlled this thing offensively. Now let's see what their defense comes up with.
Let's see if the Montreal runs the reverse. A lot of times after a timeout, the team will not run a reverse. Well, here it comes. This is going to be reverse. Here it comes.
And it is Kador. And he got a nice block from his quarterback. Kador got the first down, I think, by about a foot. To the 26-yard line. Tell you what, Kevin Sweeney stuck his hat in there, Boomer.
Well, he figured he's not getting the opportunity to throw. He's got to do something. He showed a little toughness there.
The first down of the night for the machine.
Kevin Sweeney said this week that he wasn't as strong as some of the other quarterbacks. I'll tell you what, he's got guts. He stuck his head right in there.
He was
Oliver reads the play. That's a nice play by Sweeney. And you notice he stuck his left shoulder in there, not his right shoulder. Smart play.
Got the block on Maurice Oliver, the outside linebacker. Helped the machine get the first down. Now he's going to the air, and he throws to the end zone, and Kador broke his pattern outside, incomplete.
Fans are booing, but there's obviously a little bit.
Okay.
Little miscommunication there. What you have now is you have I right 343. The 2 outside receivers will run out patterns.
They're trying to fix the clock right now. Want it down to 126. It had stopped at 147.
Said I right 343, so you should have the outside receivers running out patterns and your tight end running a crossing pattern over the middle.
And the machine with a couple of excellent tight ends in Keith Jennings and K.D. Dunn.
Let's take a look at Sweeney again. This is known as the fetal block. You get in the fetal position, and hopefully the guy does not remember who blocked him and doesn't get too mad at you. So when he comes back there to see you, he takes it easy on you.
Kevin Sweeney, who was selling boats on the West Coast when the World League wondered if he wanted to play football, sold his left shoulder out there to help his team get a first down. Now it is 2nd down after the miscommunication and the incomplete pass. 2nd and 10 at the 26 of Birmingham.
You know, we found that, especially being here in Montreal the last 2 days, that fans miss football. The Alouettes left back, I believe, in '86 or '87, and they want football here, and they've been great to us the couple days that we've been here.
They're not going to be too nice to Kevin Sweeney if he doesn't improve those 0 for 3s.
But he hasn't had the opportunity. I mean, on first down, when most quarterbacks like to throw, he's only thrown 1 first down pass. The previous 5 snaps he's ran. But he hasn't really had the opportunity to showcase himself, and they are struggling, and they're not making the proper calls and the proper reads. He's frustrated, just like probably his teammates are and the coaches are and the fans. So it's something that's got to grow.
Stan Kemp, our referee, try to straighten things out with a booth over the clock difficulty.
I mean, he's not ordering pizza for halftime?
It could be.
And I'm
a little hungry.
Who is he talking to on that phone?
Yeah, they played cover 2.
I want to know, who is he? Do you have any idea who he's talking to?
I have no clue. Try to get the press box and get the clock straightened out. Meanwhile, it gives us a little break in the action to tell you what we've got coming up this weekend. More action on the gridiron continues. It'll be the New York, New Jersey Knights heading north to meet the same Montreal Machine or Sacramento and Frankfurt. That is Saturday, 8 o'clock Eastern, right here on USA. Boomer and I and Michael will be back in Birmingham. I should say in Birmingham against the Fire and the Monarchs of London. And if Birmingham wins this to go to 2-1, London already unbeaten at 3-0. That is the biggest game of the year if all that comes to pass. But right now, Montreal in front by 3 over Birmingham.
I'm really looking forward to going to Birmingham. You talk about
loving football
and tailgating. They really know what's going on down there.
You know it.
Very smart football fans down there. Very rowdy football fans, too. I'm looking forward to that.
They turned out 53,000 for their opener and had about 17 last week. Michael, what's wrong down there?
Resetting it to 147.
All right, they're telling me they reset the clock here to 147. Did the 2-minute warning pass you by? 2-minute warning pass by?
We've already had the 2-minute warning.
All right, there you go. They're resetting the clock at 147. It's 153 right now, and they're going to start the game right here. There you go. What's the score?
Hey, Mike, was he calling for information or what?
They have one at 147 directly across from us. The other at 153, as you saw.
I'll tell you, that clock right there, if you get poked in the eye, you're in trouble. You don't know what's going on.
Michael Barquette on the sideline asking our official if the 2-minute warning passed him by. Little as Michael know, most of the game has passed him by. It's 13-10.
He's the greatest. You know, he really is.
Oh. Do me a favor. The term knucklehead comes to mind, doesn't it?
No, I didn't say that. You know, he's going to get real mad at us.
It's second down after all of this. Talk about a delay of game penalty. Let's throw one on the timekeeper.
Set.
From the 26-yard line.
5-19.
Second and 10 in the Machine. Here comes a blitz. Sweeney's going to take off with it. And inside the 20 to the 19-yard line. John Brantley. And Maurice Oliver brought him down. He picked up 7. There's Brantley, former Georgia linebacker.
Can't find anybody open. Does a nice job stepping up in the pocket. Put that ball away. Does a nice job of holding on to the ball.
Third down and a long 3 at the 19-yard line.
5-19.
High backfield. Kador in motion. And they come straight up the middle with Harris. Not enough for the first down, though.
I don't agree with that call at all right there. I mean, it's 3rd and 4, and you're not running the ball effectively. Throw a little flat pattern. Let's move your quarterback out of the pocket, roll him out, do a little naked.
Yep. That's what's happening. But Sarge isn't kicking him out.
That's Joe Farragelli, the offensive coordinator.
Saying that Broderick Sargent isn't getting a good enough block out there, the fullback.
KD, you know, that's all I got.
Brings in Bjorn Mitmo for a 34-yard field goal
I thought he'd be there, you know.
That is perfect, but he's got to just go and
hook. Yeah, snap it. Let's go. Let's go.
34-yard kick coming up.
39-yard kick coming up now.
Flags down, delay a game. That'll make it a little tougher on Nitmo.
Delay. Offense. Still 4th down.
I think Nitmo's used to the NFL. You know, Nitmo, he's an interesting story. He had a lot of success with the Giants, and then as a Plan B free agent, goes and signs with the Kansas City Chiefs, who has Nick Lowry. I don't know who his agent or attorney is, but I wonder if he's from Sweden.
3 out of 4 on the season is Nitmo. His long of the year is 45. They're just asking for a 39-yarder here. And he got it right down the middle. Nitmo tacks on 3 more for the Machine, and They go in front now by 6.
Now, there's a guy that's good enough to kick in the NFL if he's at the right place at the right time, but don't sign with Kansas City, who has one of the best place kickers of all time. You want to go somewhere where they're struggling with their special teams.
Let's go, Bob.
Speaking of Kansas City, that's who Tracy Simeon will play for when he leaves the World League and moves basically right on to summer camp almost, with I guess about a month and a half off.
Squib it out on the ground. Stay in your lane. The two guys, R5, R4, L5, and 4. Squeeze it down as deep as the ball. Here we go.
Jacques Dussault, the head coach.
They're gonna squib the ball, meaning that they're gonna drive it on the ground, and they're gonna try to force one of the up backs from the Fire to receive the ball. One of these guys that don't have great hands. You can see them kicking it right down the middle.
And the Fire expecting a deep kick. They don't exactly have the good hands team up there in front.
Let's go.
We've got 18 seconds left first half from Olympic Stadium, Montreal. It is 16-10, the Machine in front. Their only offensive points, that field goal by Bjorn Nittmo of 39 yards just moments ago. Let's watch Tracy Simeon play special teams here, should we?
Hey, here we go down there and hit somebody.
One of the interesting things in this league is that your star players have to be on special teams because of the shortage of players.
Let's go hit somebody.
Tracy's going to be one of the guys with a shift.
Let's go, KD.
Let's see if he gets a piece of somebody. Kick taken at the 10-yard line by Ted Wilson. Wilson across the 25. Tracy's part of the collision at the 29-yard line.
I think Tracy could find a collision out in the desert if he wanted to.
So we got time for one or two plays, depending on what the Fire wants to do. 11 seconds left first half.
Now there was a miscommunication. They said they were going to squib the ball, and I don't know if Bjorn understood what the coach meant. You have a French coach talking to a Swedish kicker.
He kind of knocked that baby down to about the 10-yard line.
Truly the World League. Jacques to Bjorn.
568.
Squib, and he kicks it down the corner. We got Barkan down on the sideline. We got all kinds of things happening.
Boomer in the booth, huh? 11 seconds. Peace rolls. Has plenty of time and throws out complete to Willie Boyer. Flags down, and Peace scraping himself off the turf. He got decked by Johnny Carter, the nose tackle. In fact, Brett's still not up. He's going to wait and see what the penalty marker's about.
Yeah. You gotta love this at a quarterback. You're 11 seconds to go on the half, and you're taking a shot.
We saw that last week with San Antonio, that's for sure. Last play of the half, Lee Saltz took one in the chops on a forearm shiver. They're not just throwaways, are they?
No, they're not. And the one thing about the defense, when they get the chance to tee off on you, they're gonna make it stick.
Finger in the eye, Tracy Simeon.
There are 2 penalties on this play. We have 12 men participating on the defense, and we have offensive pass interference number 80 on the offense. The penalties are offset. Replay the down.
And that's not to mention the Three Stooges penalty of the poke in the eyes that we saw there with the USA helmet cam. That one didn't come into play. So
the Machine thought they were playing in the Canadian Football League, where you're allowed 12 men on the field.
That's right. There's a dancing machine, they call the group here in Montreal. Boyer goes out of bounds before the reception. 1 play left, and Brent Peace just takes a knee. We've played 2 quarters at Olympic Stadium. We've got a pretty good game going. 3 turnovers suffered by Birmingham, helping Montreal pick up 13 of their 16 points. 16-10. Montreal out in front. Let's talk to the leading coach and go down to Michael Barkett. Mike.
All right, Brad, with Jacques Dussault, pas mal, monsieur, hein?
Ouais, bonjour.
What do you think?
Well, I think that our defense played well, but our offense needs to get it going because we cannot ask our defense to be on the field constantly, and that's going to hurt us down the road. We need to get a drive going.
How about your special teams? That's been a weak link throughout the league, and your special teams have played fairly strong tonight.
Well, they're playing well. I think they hustle a lot, but again, it's I'm going to repeat myself. Maybe it's because my English is limited, but we need to get a drive going on offense, or we're not going to win the ball game.
All right, best of luck in the second half. Back to you, Brad.
All right, I bet that English won't be too limited when he gets to the locker room to try to straighten everybody out. But his team is out in front. We're at halftime. We've got our halftime report and a lot more coming up. Don't go away. 16-10, Machine in front.
You've arrived when you customize. Clothes, clouds.
Our greatest sports performance shoe in the world, the Reebok Pump. Pump up, and they're out. Reporting from New York, here's Diana Nyad.
Welcome, everybody. On our halftime report here tonight on USA, we're going to take a look at the great cultural diversity of the city of Montreal. But diverse or not, the question still remains as to whether the French-minded people of Montreal are ever going to really fully accept the American game of football. Well, so far, La Machine de Montréal has had a pretty warm reception.
Allô, votre sport à télévision? Bonjour, je peux vous aider?
With over 2 million people, Montreal is host to both French and English-speaking Canadians, making it one of the few truly bilingual cities in the world. Sports transcends all language barriers, and Montreal is a huge sports town. Hockey is king, and Canadiens fans are fervent. All other sports are secondary. The CFL tried with the Alouettes, but the franchise folded, drawing a crowd of 9,000 for their last game in Olympic Stadium, where the capacity is 54,000. It's in this environment that the Montreal Machine was born.
The fans in Montreal, if their club win, they're fabulous. If they don't win, they're like that. They don't do nothing.
They're very emotional people, and they like to be entertained on an emotional level.
We must deal with two different groups. We have to deal with the English community who like the football, they know the game, and they enjoy coming at the stadium for watching our game. Also, we have to deal with the Francophone who are not so familiar with football, so we have to teach them to come to the stadium and have fun with the football.
As most Montreal inhabitants are French Canadians, the Machine can better relate to their public, for unlike other international teams in the league, this front office is entirely homegrown.
Football in this province was always English. The CFL associated with the English, but the English population has decreased considerably in this province over the years. So, I mean, basically you have, French people left, and it just seems that this is their team.
We try to speak the language of our fans. If they are coming in front, saying something in English, we will respond in English. If they prefer to speak French, we'll speak French.
They talk to us in English, so there's no problem there. And whenever they want to say something but don't want us to hear it, they talk in French.
But American football is not as familiar to some fans as it is to others.
The Super Bowl in Tampa was my first football game. The second one was our first victory in Birmingham. And yesterday, I was Monday, the April 1st, that was my third game in my life of football. It's pretty exciting.
Excitement also comes from quarterback Kevin Sweeney, a star player from Fresno State who has had NFL experience with the Cowboys. He feels he knows what it takes for a team to survive.
The excitement is there. To keep that appeal and to keep them coming out is the most important thing. And it's all in terms of putting on a good show and being exciting.
We're not talking CFL. We're talking something different.
There is a difference, and I think that generally Quebecers will want to support American football.
C'est super. Il y a rien de meilleur que le football.
It's rough, it's tough, and it's here.
The fans of Montreal have wanted this for a long time, and they've got to show they want it by supporting it.
Vive le football américain. Easy translation, long live American football. We're going to get back to Brad Nessler and Boomer Esiason in Montreal right after these messages. You're watching the World League on USA.
From
From Gillette comes Sensor, the only razor that can sense and adjust to the individual needs of your face. Sensor blades are mounted on responsive springs to continuously sense and individually adjust to your face. The closest, safest, most comfortable Gillette Sensor, together with the richness of foamy shave cream for the best shave a man can get.
Gillette, the best a man can get.
Team is on the short end of the stick. What are you trying to do this half to make up for things?
Well, the thing about it is every bad thing that could possibly happen to our football team happened in the first half, yet we're within a touchdown. We just got to go out and execute. If we can stay away from the mistakes, we got a chance to win the football game, and that's what we're going out to do, is to eliminate mistakes and continue to do what we're doing.
Mistakes also hurt you in the first game, particularly on special teams. What do you tell these guys to shore things up?
Well, you just tell them, hey, it's obvious. Anybody can look at the game and see we've given up a kickoff return, we've given up an interception for a touchdown, a fumble for a touchdown. Otherwise, we're running down the field. So that's what we're going to go tell the team right now.
Offensively, Brent Peace has been moving the team very well. What do you want to see from the offensive attack?
Consistency. That's the number one thing. If we'll just be consistent, we'll be all right.
All right, good luck in the second half. Brad, back to you.
All right, Bart, thanks. Back in the booth, Brad Nessler and Boomer Esiason at halftime. I tell you what, Boomer, if that man's team just holds on to the football, as he mentioned, there's definitely not only a ball game, but they're probably in front, and things couldn't have started off worse for him in this one today. One play, and that was it.
Well, that's all it took. I mean, Henderson just fumbles the ball. Shelton picks it up, runs it in for a touchdown, and all of a sudden it's all downhill for Birmingham. But they have controlled the game. And if it just were not for a couple interceptions and miscues, hey, they control the whole game. And right here you can see Henderson never really has the ball. And Shelton's just Johnny on the spot and picks it up and takes off.
Shelton picks it up. This will be a 25-yard fumble return for a touchdown, and that's the way Shelton started the ball game. So one play for Birmingham on offense, one touchdown for the Montreal Machine on defense. And now this is the second time Shelton gets into the act.
And this is just a pass that should have been thrown earlier, should have been thrown further outside and down low, but it was thrown inside and high. Shelton can make a nice break on it. Jacques Dussault also said at the beginning of the game that his strong point on defense were his two cornerbacks, and we've seen that thus far tonight.
So Shelton with 2 touchdowns, 12 of the 13 points, and then this looked like Birmingham to get back and get their first score, but not quite.
Birmingham could have had 21 points. He should throw it right now, get rid of it, but he was actually looking at the tight end in the back of the end zone, and Jones makes a real nice break on the ball. It's just a good catch.
And finally, the Birmingham Fire got it lit a little bit on this pass play.
And this was a la the Denver Broncos on this particular play. Peace is rolling to his right and throws all the way back to his left. And Shelton gets a little bit greedy right here, going for the interception and misjudged the ball, and it gave Mobley the opportunity to make the touchdown.
And, of course, we have USA helmet cam on Tracy Simeon. This is in a short yardage situation. Shovel pass to Henderson, and Tracy Simeon stopped him short of the first down and forced a field goal attempt. And then points to the bench. Chad Gailey trying to get his troops back in it. They trail right now 16-10.
I think if you're Chan Gailey, you got to feel good about the way your team has controlled this football game. I look for them to come out and control it in the second half.
All right, we'll find out about the second half when we come back to Montreal in a moment.
USA is brought to you by Allstate. For home, auto, life, and business insurance, you're in good hands with Allstate. And by the Coca-Cola Company and your local Coca-Cola bottler.
Olympic Stadium in Montreal, where the Machine at home in front of the hometown crowd, in front by 6, as we get set to take a look at our halftime statistics in this ball game. And I tell you what, they'll be a little bit misleading as we take a look. Birmingham with 10 first downs. Montreal has 1 on that end around. Passing yardage, shutout right now by the Birmingham Fire defense, and 157 for Brent Peace. Time of possession, Boomer.
Well, I'll tell you what, the defense of Montreal's got to be tired, but you know, it's not really fair to Kevin Sweeney. He's only had an opportunity to throw 3 passes, and 2 of those 3 passes were actually what we call bombs, 40 yards or over, and the chance of connecting on them is not very good.
And you saw the bottom statistic as we look at Kevin Sweeney, and that is those 3 turnovers. 2 of them turned into instant touchdowns. 25-yard fumble return, a 62-yard interception return.
And Kevin Sweeney's only had 14 plays. He's had 11 passes and 11 runs and 3 passes. I'd like to see them start throwing a little bit more on first down short passes, control passes.
We're getting a little close on Sugar too, Joe.
What I like about Birmingham, on the other hand, is they're almost 50-50, 16 runs to 18 passes. And even though Peace has thrown a couple interceptions, Changelli said, forget it. Don't worry about it. Let's just come on back and throw. Let's get your confidence. And just looking at him out of the sideline, you can see he's really ready to go. He wants to get back on that field, and he wants to get it going the right way.
Peace 10 of 18 for 157 yards, a touchdown, and 2 interceptions. And Kevin Sweeney will have it first offensively after Kirk Maggio kicks away. Last time, remember, Mike Cador took it 56 yards on the kickoff return. He's going to get a shot at this one from the 3-yard line. Cador again, a little bit of a seam, but he's collared at the 31-yard line, goes down there, and that's where the Montreal Machine offense will start.
You got to get it going here, Brad. I mean, it's for one half, 14 plays. They got to come out and they got to start throwing on first down. They got to use a little bit of misdirection in the backfield. They got to roll Sweeney out a little bit, get him out of the back, get him out of the pocket.
Last week, Kevin Sweeney pulled at halftime by Jacques Dussault, and in came Michael Proctor, but he hasn't had a chance to do anything on offense this week.
Even broken a sweat.
Just inside its own 32-yard line. The Machine on offense, and there's the play action. Boomer said more passes on first down. That's what they're going to go to. And out and complete to the 35 to Broderick Sargent as fullback. Short gain on that one. Pick up of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. Let's listen into the Montreal offense.
Okay. Okay, 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. Okay, what do you got, Joe?
It's at far right, 66.
What do you got, Joe?
Probably
66. All right.
It's probably going to be a play action
far
pass.
Right, 66.
It's going to be it should be a play action pass, which is what they need to do.
Black 99.
Dual backfield, Sargent and Harris.
He could be audibling here too.
Straight drop by Sweeney, and wide open in the flat is Harris at the 35, and across the 40 and a first down to the 45-yard line. John Miller and Steve Heisch made the tackle. First down, Machine.
Okay, now we tell Joe Farragalli, come on, let's go. Let's get Kevin Sweeney in a rhythm. Let's let him keep throwing. He looks real strong right now at the beginning of the second half. Taking the short receivers.
I can't hear Joe. If you can tell me to play, it'll help us. 55. 55 search. All right, I left 55 search. 30. Yeah.
Joe Farragalli.
All right, 55 search, play action pass.
Sweeney steps up in the pocket, now scrambling around, and he's going to take off on his own. And Brantley runs him down at the 47-yard line. The other voice you're hearing is Paul Pollack, the tight end and running back coach, who's upstairs on the other end of that headset with Joe Farragalli.
Okay, what do you got, Joe?
John? 844, fullback wide.
All right, get near him if you can.
Hey, I got to turn you off because it gets static.
All right, what do you got?
I'll give it to you. 844, fullback wide.
Split right, 844, fullback wide.
844, fullback wide. You'll see Broderick Sargent, number 47, wide to the right. Just drop it off to him.
Instead, over the middle, and it's intercepted by McGowan. Back to the 45-yard line. Sweeney picked off. McGowan, the inside linebacker, takes it the other way. He's got a fumble recovery and an interception tonight.
Kevin just kept his eyes on Keith Jennings the whole time, his tight end. If he would have looked out to the fullback, he would have released underneath, and Jennings might have had a little bit more of an opening in there. Instead, McGowan had nothing pulling him out of the middle.
Boomer, there was nobody within 15 yards of Sargent out in the right flat. You can't see it from this angle, but bad choice.
But you could see Kevin Sweeney looking downfield, the middle of the field the whole time. When you have your fullback going wide, you can look off the inside linebacker with your head and then come back over the middle. That time Kevin didn't do that.
So the Fire trailing by 6. Great break for them. They work at the Machine 45, and here comes the end around. Stacy Mobley waiting for his blockers. Does a nice job to get 6 yards before Steve Lofton runs him out of bounds.
Bill Anderson, the center, did a real nice job of opening a lane for Mobley coming around the corner. Again, a la the Denver Broncos.
That's Mobley's second carry for 17 yards. He got 6 that time. There's Bill Anderson, the center, out of Iowa.
Now those guys, they never get any play on TV or anything. Now there's a whole bunch of people in Iowa saying, there's my son, this is great.
You always remember your linemen, right? Pizza night and all that.
Hey, all that kind of good stuff.
2 tight end set here. 2nd down and 4 for the Fire. The pitch to Henderson. And Henderson got the corner and got the first down. Dan Murray ran him out of bounds.
No matter what you say, Brad, the offensive linemen are the most important people on offense. And my high school coach, Sal Champy, taught me that. He also taught me a prayer for the offensive linemen that went, we work the hardest, we're known the least. We work the hardest, we're known the least, but who cares, for we are the reason. And that is true. They are the reason that it works for you.
I like that.
Back up, Steve.
Henderson got 9.
Out.
And a first down for Brett Peace in the Fire offense at the 30-yard line of Montreal. Third quarter, 11:47 to go. 16-10, Machine in front. Henderson again. Took a shot from Dan Murray, the inside linebacker. Tracy Simeon part of the collision as well. Pickup of 2. Let's take a look at Tracy on this play. Tell you what, that was a bad block by Mark Hopkins at tight end, and Simeon still got a piece of the ball carried.
Tracy does a nice job of fighting off the blocks. He actually takes them on, lowers his shoulder, does not absorb the blow, actually tries to give a blow, and then comes off the block and makes a nice tackle. Good linebacker play.
Second down along 8. Peace with a pump fake, wants to go deep, comes back to his secondary receiver. Hopkins, a tight end, in and out of his hands.
He tried to run with that before he caught it. Took his eyes off of it. Good job by Peace, though, being real poised in the pocket, coming probably to his 3rd receiver. Tight end was probably supposed to block on that play. Nobody came, and then he released. It's a good job of Peace knowing where everybody on the field is.
Chad Gailey told us, he said, you know, Brent Peace is getting there, he just needs more reps. Well, he's getting those reps tonight. He's got another 3rd down situation. They're 3 of 7 on 3rd down conversions. He'll work from the gun here. Be a blitz coming from the Machine.
Here it comes.
There they come, and Peace might have hit one of those seams that Michael was talking about earlier. He goes down actually on his own. Terrell Austin was coming strong from the secondary with a blitz. 7-yard loss on the sack.
30. Let's go. We're going to take the delay. Take the delay. Green. Green. Green.
He's telling his punt team to take the delay to give the punter a little bit better angle to try to knock it out inside the 20-yard line. A little bit close right here for the punter.
And so they'll just hold on here to try to give Maggio a better angle.
Maggio is an interesting story. When I was at the University of Maryland, the University of Maryland offered him a walk-on scholarship. At the same time, UCLA was offering him a scholarship.
Now, what kind of deal is that, right?
I said, you know, your heart might be at Maryland, but your head better be out there at UCLA.
And he was one of the best punters in the country at UCLA, 2nd in the country, in fact, over 45 yards a kick in 1989. Got him a 12th round draft pick from the Green Bay Packers before being released there. Let's see if Tracy Simeon puts a little heat on the Fire punter.
I dare you to run a fake.
He's the outside man on the left side. Back deep for the Machine is Richard Shelton.
Yeah, but he didn't do it, so.
High, lazy kick by Maggio. Let's see what the Fire special teams can do. They may have downed it at the 1-yard line. Yes, they have.
That was a tremendous play. And actually what they were doing there, they backed it up and they told Maggio to hang it up real high. And in this league, everybody can release to go down and get the football, as opposed to the NFL where you have to wait to hear the kick.
That is a perfect punt. 36 yards, dropping it on the 1-yard line. As you see the special teams and the job they do, Arthur Hunter got a hand on it. Then Ross, the tight end, downs it at the 1. And that is where Montreal will have to work on offense when we come back.
When you're reaching for the refreshing, one-of-a-kind taste that's out of this world, you can't beat the real thing.
No one can guarantee you a perfect world. A world where the unexpected never intrudes. But some of us know we'll be taken care of. quickly and compassionately. In an imperfect world, you're in good hands with Allstate, a member of the Sears Financial Network.
In trying to make an artistic statement, one should be careful not to let one's personal aroma do the talking. In order not to offend the critics, I recommend Right Guard Sport Stick. It provides maximum protection and the freshest scents, a sublime palette of odoriferous emanations. After all, a true artiste should be remembered for his inspiration, not his perspiration. Right Guard Sport Stick. Anything less would be uncivilized.
Kevin Sweeney in the Montreal offense. Most of it in the end zone from the 1 yard line after a great punt. Harris, number 32, the tailback in the eye. And he gets the call on the toss sweep. And he gets some machines, some nice breathing room to the 9 yard line. You know, you just got to wonder where Michael Barkan is about this time of the third quarter.
Well, hi, Brad. I'm down here in the food court. I mean, this is not Riverfront Stadium here. This is not the Vet. This is not Giant Stadium. I mean, this is just a food extravaganza. Besides the beer and popcorn, we got pizza over here. We've got the Burger King over here. We've got muffins over there. We've got Louise right here on this side. Not just the ice cream, but we've got Kentucky Fried Chicken. Speaking of ice cream, oh my, thank you. I'm hungry. I gotta go.
Second down, about hard to go. Harris cut back. He's got the first. Broke into the secondary across the 20 out to the 22-yard line. Ball comes loose but blown dead on a first down run by Elroy Harris. Arthur Hunter made the hit.
It's a nice run. He kept his feet moving.
Harris had a great game the first time these two teams met 2 weeks ago. In fact, he had over 90 yards rushing, and tonight he's done a nice job. There's the numbers on the night for Elroy Harris.
That's a nice average for him. Too bad his offense hasn't been on the field long enough for him to enjoy himself.
Play fake to Harris. Sweeney running for his life, throws it away, and penalty marker down. Pressure from Otis Moore out of Clemson.
I'm going to call that intentional grounding there.
Intentional grounding, number 9, offense.
There really was no receiver anywhere in the vicinity of that ball. Good call by the official.
He throws the ball and he throws it because he's threatened.
No,
because of loss.
No, if he's in the grass, this is the major difference between the ruling, the NFL, and the World League. You better check it.
Right here.
Right now.
I'll talk to him about it, but I don't.
Well, hey, that's a difference.
Tell you what, we can't say it any better than that.
He is right, but I don't foresee the official
changing it, right?
No, I don't. Especially after he's gone through all his little signals and everything.
Defense changes up for Birmingham. And with the penalty, the loss is now second down and 21.
Pretty close call. I would call that intentional grounding, but how you interpret that rule in this league is up to the individual officials.
Sargent looking for help. Lost the 15 to the 16. He got about 4. Junior Jackson in on the stop defensively.
I don't know about that call. It's second and long. You're not really going to. You haven't broken a run all night long.
Now it's third and long.
Now it's third and long, and the quarterback's in a very difficult position.
Dover, ex-Dover.
Make sure if the guy's wide, you step.
I know that play because we have that play in our offense. Is calling X-Dover. That means there's going to be a deep crossing pattern by the wide receiver down here at the bottom.
Hurry.
It should be about 16 to 17 yards. They're going to need some time to get this ball off.
See if it goes to Willie Snead. There isn't time. There's the shovel to Sargent, and Sargent out to the 27-yard line, about 5 yards short of the first down. Paul McGowan, the linebacker, in on the stop along with John Miller, the free safety.
Snead came open across the middle, but when you call a deep pattern over the middle like that, your offensive linemen know that you're going to need time.
What do you need, Boomer? An extra almost second or what?
At least an extra second. Sweeney did a nice job getting rid of the ball there and getting some positive yards. But his offensive linemen, when they hear the word Dover in this offense, that means I need 4 to 5 seconds. Give me some time, and we'll make a big play.
More to punt. Nice kick. James Henry tracks it down at the 30. Henry the return. And with 6 minutes, 22 seconds to go in the third quarter, the Montreal Machine still out in front. It is 16-10, Montreal.
Before leaving home, 50% of all travelers get butterflies. 2 out of 3 leave someone they love behind. And nearly everyone thinks traveling is hard work. Nobody understands the trials and travails of travelers like Holiday Inn. And nobody gives them more comforts at a more comfortable price. Holiday Inn. Stay with someone you know who really knows you.
Last time at Pro Sports World. Now it's 5 years later. At Pro Sports World, there's enough team hats to keep these guys going for years. Think of how many that means for you. Pro Sports World, all the team hats anyone ever needs. Pro Sports World, Sherwood Mall, Stockton, Vintage Fair Mall, Modesto.
A hat a week, that's all we ask.
Been coming to Scenic Nursery for 35 years. I remember when Sid and Mary started with one small building. Even then, you always got the help you needed. Like the time I took a sample of the brown spot in my lawn. All it needed was aerating, poked some holes, gave it some fertilizer. It was green again in no time. This place certainly changed over the years. Still friendly, but a bigger selection. The signs to help me find what I want and where to plant. Scenic Nursery just gets better with age.
Scenic Nursery, 1313 Scenic Drive at Coffee Road, Modesto.
When the earthquake ended, the drama began. After the shock, the San Francisco Bay Area earthquake on USA. Wednesday at 9, 8 Central.
Ce qu'on peut avoir du plaisir dans le stade, avant tout, c'est un spectacle. Les gens sont là pour s'amuser. Hein? C'est ça qui est important. Et Dieu sait que les
Don't touch your dial, folks. That's our counterpart to our left.
Les gens du USA qui nous paient une
petite
visite.
Play-by-play man there with the glasses.
À prononcer le nom correctement, ce qui est beaucoup demandé aux Américains. Bonjour, messieurs.
Qu'il avait dit good job, Pierre. Pickup of about 3 yards for Joe Henderson. Let's listen into Pierre a little bit more.
Marc, nous allons tout simplement analyser le jeu qu'on vient de voir, si tu le veux bien.
Une course qui a été bien stoppée du côté de la défensive du Fire de Birmingham. On fait du bon travail à ce niveau-là. On a des difficultés sur la ligne offensive du côté de Birmingham.
Heureusement qu'il y a un problème là.
Parce qu'on n'a pas réussi vraiment à percer le centre de la ligne défensive.
To our left. Back over here at second down and a long 6. Mobley in motion. And the ball almost popped out of Pease's hands, but he got it back over the middle, incomplete. Intended for Willie Boyer, who's been Brent Pease's favorite receiver today. And again, Peace has to pick himself up off the turf. Ray Savage came with some pressure that time. Let's take a look at the total yardage in the ball game. And it, again, reflects that the Fire has done everything. Machine still trying to crack that 100-yard mark. But still, Montreal in front by 6 thanks to turnovers. If you're just joining us, Richard Shelton on the opening offensive play for Birmingham took a fumble recovery, 25 yards for a score. Later in that quarter, 62 yards with an interception. So that's 13 of the 16 points for the Machine. From the shotgun on 3rd down and 7. Quick in. Incomplete. Nice defensive job on the pass intended for Boyer. And Boyer's still down. Now Boyer's up. It's Richard Shelton that's down.
Shelton made a nice break on the ball right there. Again, we've seen the strong point of the Montreal defense. Their cornerbacks, Shelton and Lofton, having a well of a game tonight. Watch how Shelton breaks on this ball. Arrives right at the same time.
No alligator arms here. Boyer gave it everything he had, but a nice defensive play. It's incomplete.
A company can learn a lot in 125 years. Valvoline has. You learn in the lab, you learn on the road, you learn on the racetrack. As you learn, you make your product better. And better and better. Today's Valvoline will keep your engine cleaner than ever before. And cleaner means more protection against engine wear. 125 years of quality. That's why people who know use Valvoline. Come rediscover American value at the National Dodge Sell-A-thon. Presenting some of the best Dodge deals ever.
Total savings up to $4,370. Savings up to $4,200 on Ram pickups. Up to $1,700 on Shadow convertibles. Air conditioning at no extra charge on Caravans plus $500 cash back. And prices from under $7,500. But hurry, these deals can't last forever.
If you're looking for a hotel that was made for you, welcome to Embassy Suites Hotels, where we made every room a 2-room suite so you can spread out and work, or stretch out and relax. Where we made breakfast free and easy to free up your schedule. Where we made beverages on the house so each evening you can loosen your tie and relax. Call 1-800-EMBASSY. We were made for each other.
It has been called the ultimate competition in golf. Share the tradition of the Masters, only on USA. Thursday and Friday, live at 4 Eastern. Rebroadcast at 9.
Up in the booth, Roger Dorier, the owner of the Montreal Machine on the left, Gavin Maloof. Dorier on the left and Maloof, Gavin Maloof on the right, the owner of the Birmingham Fire. They're having fun.
You don't ever see that in the NFL.
Let it go!
This punt goes into the end zone. Touchback.
Never see Art Modell and Paul Brown sitting in the same booth, I don't think.
Not in our day and age, right? No way.
Well, you know.
57-yard kick by Maggio.
This whole league's meant to be fun and enthusiastic, and you see it in the owner's eyes, you see it in the players' eyes, you see it in the coach's eyes. Everybody's excited about having this opportunity.
The World Bowl will be at Wembley Stadium in '91. Montreal wants it here in '92. Their machine 1-1 coming into this one. Likewise, the Birmingham Fire, having already lost to Montreal 2 weeks ago with a 1-1 mark. And it is 16-10 with 4:53 to go third quarter. The machine from its own 20. Harris cuts back and runs smack dab into Maurice Oliver. And Junior Jackson, number 51.
Maurice had a nice play right there. He's a backside linebacker, and his job is to contain the backside.
Here comes your nickel. Nickel, zoom right.
And what they're talking about nickel, here comes the defensive nickel package for the Birmingham Fire. And they're going to snap it and try to get too many guys on the field.
And I think they pulled it off.
And they did.
Penalty markers down as Sargent.
A la the Cincinnati Bengals. When you are substituting, you got to get off the field. And Birmingham was a little bit lazy there, and they caught him, and they got him in a 5-yard penalty. Nothing wrong with that.
You know what I thought was kind of amazing? We get ready for the official call here from our referee tonight, Stan Kemp.
12 men on the defense. Still second down.
You know, Marv Levy didn't like it when you guys did it, but didn't he go to the Super Bowl with that kind of approach last year?
He sure did. More power to him, but you got to remember the purest form of flattery is imitation.
There you go. Jacques Dussault, the head coach of the Montreal Machine. He hasn't been too thrilled with his offense tonight.
343. 343.
He's calling 343 now.
343.
You'll have 2 out routes by your outside receivers and a crossing route by the guy on the inside. Man in motion will do an out route up top, and your tight end will be cutting across the middle.
It's Cador, who is in motion. Sweeney can't get away. Down he goes. Pelham McDaniels out of Oregon State made the tackle.
You can call all the plays that you want, but if you don't have people protecting for you, you'll see here. Blocked by Evans.
Randy Cockrell got the initial pressure from his linebacking position, and then Pelham McDaniels cleans up.
There's no room in there for Sweeney.
Third down at 6. Inside handoff. Fans aren't going to like this call, I'll bet.
The coaches, their hands are tied right now. They feel like they want to throw the ball, but they just can't get anything done. They've had some success, albeit a little bit of success, on the ground. They figure they try to hit a quick pop up the middle.
I think the guy closed down and tackled.
Closed down and made the tackle. Pelham McDaniels. And short of the first down. Punting situation again. Chris Moore in.
Underneath.
And a busy punter tonight.
Could try to block this one here. 10 men on the line of scrimmage.
Got the return set up. They back off that. Kick spirals down to Henry at the 22. James Henry got around, got a nice block, and across the 35-yard line. Goes out to the 38. Nice run back of 19 yards. St. Catherine Streaks busy here in Montreal, where the Machine leads by 6.
He can take a punch.
I'm starting to get in a bad mood, you know?
He can take an insult. But now he's taking out the garbage. Steven Seagal, Out for Justice. Rated R. Starts Friday, April 12th at a theater near you.
In making an artistic statement, one's personal aroma shouldn't do the talking. So I use Right Guard Sports Stick with maximum protection. A true artiste should be known for inspiration, not perspiration. Right Guard Sports Stick. Anything less would be uncivilized.
Think any oil can protect your truck? When it works its hardest, revs its highest? Think again. Truck Guard from Shell. Truck Guard presents the roughest, toughest, wildest, the greatest sports moments of the 80s. Yours free with any oil change or case purchase of Truck Guard. Or $2.99 with a 1-quart purchase from Shell.
All right, how many this time? 8 cavities. 14 cavities? I didn't think I had that many teeth. You're gonna have to drill? My parents will be very upset.
Parents today hope their kids won't have to go through what they went through. Luckily, today's kids use the toothpaste more dentists recommend, Crest. The first toothpaste clinically shown to give you protection down to the root of the tooth.
Another great checkup. Yes! Woo, woo, woo. Later, dude.
Crest, the dentist choice, is the easy choice.
It's been fun.
Well, the Machine is trying to go, but with 2:45 to go third quarter, they have sputtered on offense. Still, they're in front thanks to their defensive gems early in the ball game. 16-10 as the Fire takes over at its own 38-yard line. Peace throws out, and one hopped it to Stacy Mobley.
It was almost the same play that was picked off earlier in the game by Shelton. This time Peace threw a nice ball, threw it out low, just a little bit too low.
You got the wing left hitter. Wing left.
Well, see, where he throws the ball is outside and low where it wants to be. Just got a little more steam on it. This way Shelton has no chance at the interception. And he got rid of it on time.
Tracy Simeon, our helmet cam guy, got a little bit of pressure on Peace. Second down at 10. Everybody jumps off here. Unless someone drew the Machine defense across. It was Michael Tanks.
That's another penalty that I'm not so happy about. I mean, these guys, if they breathe the wrong way, the defenders jump offside. You know, it's like, and then they got to call out the number of the guy that moved. I'm not, you know, I'm saying you got to give him some movement, right?
That's right.
No, but they don't give him any movement.
Michael Tanks out of Florida State is the guy that moved as we look through the cage of Tracy Simeon. Second and 15. Peace wants to throw a screen, I thought, and now lobs one out there and got it complete. Henderson with the catch. Penalty markers down. Do we have a legal man downfield?
Sure do. The screen started too late because it was strung out by the Montreal defense.
I think we got a legal team downfield.
Well, actually, had Bill Anderson, I know, was one of the guys downfield.
Ineligible receivers downfield. On the offense, 50 and 52. That is a loss down penalty. Third down.
Anderson and Iniguez, the center and the right guard, are the two guys illegally downfield.
All right, let's go with the King Right facts. King Right facts. Right.
Here's a look at that last play from our USA helmet cam.
It's a good job by Simeon chasing down the play. There he is.
Got Joe Henderson right in the rear end, basically, on that one.
Well, you know, I don't know how to react to that one. Actually, Actually, what happens, those guys start foaming at the mouth when they see those guys real close to him.
That's what Tracy looked like he's got on his helmet, but I think that's some of the chalk line here on the AstroTurf with his third down and a mile. Peace in trouble, and down he goes. Simeon's part of the group. So is Johnny Carter. Second sack of the night.
Tell you, Birmingham is asking R.C. Mullen, who is 6'6", 315 pounds, to try to block Tracy Simeon. And you can see that is no match for the big horse. Just does not have the speed to stay with him.
We saw Joe Henderson's backside a minute ago. We're about to see, well, we will in a minute, the kneecap of Brent Peace. Not the greatest punt. And fielded courageously by Shelton, who took that one on the fly, got about a yard out of the return on it. 59 seconds to go, third quarter. Tracy Simeon, who got part of the last sack. Here it comes. Pretty nice hit, Boomer.
Well, I'll tell you what, he has really shown us something tonight. He is a bona fide NFL player, if you ask me. I mean, he's coming around that corner. He's giving those tackles all they can handle all night long. He said he was intense. And he said, you might see some things you're not going to like, Boomer.
Simeon, originally a free agent, signed with the Steelers. Spent time on their developmental squad. And now will be a Kansas City Chief when the World League season's over. 6-yard pickup by Harris down to the 41-yard line. Elroy Harris has done most of the work on the ground. He came into this game 4th in the league in rushing. McGowan's had a busy night. Former Butkus Award winner for the Seminoles of Florida State with an interception and a fumble recovery. Elroy Harris now 50 yards on 10 carries. He's the tailback in the eye at 2nd and 4. Machine fans trying to gear it up a little bit here. Here comes Harris again. And he took a big shot, and second effort got him the first down and maybe a touchdown. Harris on his way, 41 yards. That helps the per carry average and the scoreboard. Here comes Elroy Harris.
A real nice run by Elroy. Lowers his shoulder. You got to wrap him up.
Hunter with the hit.
He's got to wrap him up. He can't just throw his shoulder into a big guy like that. And Harris is a good enough athlete to keep his feet moving. We've seen that all night long. Second effort by Harris. Arthur Hunter's got to wrap him up. He cannot just throw his shoulder in there.
Nitmo for the point after.
That's easy for me to say, but got somebody 230 pounds coming at me. I don't know if I'm going to wrap him up.
And we got a roughing the kicker penalty on the extra point as Bjorn Nitmo knocked it through, and then somebody let him have it. Flags are down with 7 seconds left, third quarter. Bjorn says, I'm okay, where am I? They're asking Bjorn right now if he knows where he is, and he said, I'm with the Giants. No, I'm at Appalachian State. No, I'm in Montreal. Checking to see if the parts of the jaw work right.
He just wants a little air time. I know how these things work.
Let's take another look at Elroy Harris, Boomer.
Again, Arthur Hunter lays a big stick. But when you have somebody that's 230 pounds coming at you and that low to the ground, it's almost impossible to knock them off their feet.
Tremendous balance by Harris out of Eastern Kentucky, and he took it 41 yards for the touchdown. 91 yards on 11 pops tonight, and this is the biggest one right here for the score.
That's some balance. That's some kind of balance right there.
You talk about dancing machine.
John Miller also had a shot at him and didn't hold on to him. That looks like Earl Campbell running down the middle. You know, he's one of the toughest guys to tackle in football. Big, strong legs, lower body explosion.
The penalty for roughing the kicker will be assessed on the kickoff.
So Bjorn's going to get to kick this baby off from midfield. 23-10. Montreal's machine in front with 7 seconds left, third quarter. Brad Nessler, Boomer Esiason, Michael Barkan, who knows where he is. And the machine has made the fans happy at Olympic Stadium. They've been waiting all night for a little offense. Now they've got it, and they're on their feet. Fire still has time, but the Machine has control by 13.
If the Fire doesn't come back in this game, they'll be talking all week long, much like they did the first time they played these guys, just how many opportunities they let slip through their fingers.
Packing them in. Here's the biggest crowds, and Montreal has seen a couple of them, averaging over 53,000 coming in tonight that they've seen. Birmingham, of course, with a great crowd in their opener. London with over 46,000. And tonight at Olympic Stadium, they're having some fun right now here, late third quarter. Bjorn Nitmo, after taking a shot on the extra point, tees it up the midfield stripe.
This is a good place for an onside kick right here, to tell you the truth. Or even a squib kick, if he understands what squib means. If they've gotten that straightened out.
He didn't get it earlier, did he? Well, they're going to huddle up. We'll see. Jacques Dussault, the past 2 years.
They know, so we're going to kick it deep.
They were going to kick it, and then all of a sudden what happens is if it takes too much time, the coaches get nervous. They say, well, let's just kick it deep and we'll play it conservative. The thing that you want to do here now is, because the field is smaller for your kickoff team, you want to have your kicker kick it as high as he can to give his players a chance to get down there and cover the kick to create poor field position. Remember, he's got 15 yards already added onto his kick. It looks like he's teeing it back a little bit further to try to get it up real high. It doesn't do any good to kick it out of the end zone here. You want to try to put them inside the 10-yard line.
Let's see what Tracy Simeon does on the special teams. From inside the USA helmet can. There's the high kickoff.
This is a great kick right here. This is a good opportunity for them to come down and stick them inside the 10.
Wilson will only get out to about the 12. He had to take it a couple yards deep after the kick that Boomer called for. Richard Shelton made the tackle. Now we got a little fight going on as the quarter comes to a close, and penalty markers fly on the near sideline on the final play of quarter number 3.
That's the end of the third quarter.
We've got 1 to play at Olympic Stadium, Montreal, as Paul McGowan looks on, his team trailing by 13.
What's that cool going down? What's that chill rushing through you? What's that light that takes your breath away? That's the taste of real refreshment. That's the real love dying hope. That's the taste of real refreshment. Just for the taste of it, dying hope.
The Masters Moment, brought to you by Cadillac. Augusta 1974. South African Gary Player starts a remarkable sequence of birdies with his iron to the 12th. This putt at the 15th gives him 4 consecutive birdies, and another at 16 ties the Masters record. Another Masters Moment.
With no down payment, Cadillac Smart Lease is very smart indeed. Because now, you can drive a sedan DeVille for just $499 a month for 36 months with no down payment. And with impressive highway mileage, an EPA estimated 26 miles per gallon highway, sedan DeVille makes your investment go even farther. No down payment and special terms. Another reason why the smart money is traveling Cadillac style.
Set to start the fourth quarter. Tracy Simeon and the defense of the Montreal Machine scanning things here, and the Machine in front, 23-10.
This place is rocking. They're having a good time here tonight, aren't they?
They sure are. We hope you're having fun wherever you're watching. Be with us again next Monday night. We'll be in Birmingham for the Fire and the Monarchs of London. Brad Nessler, Boomer Esiason, and Michael Barkan. And we have fun every Monday night. And so do the guys on Saturdays on USA coverage of World League football.
Actually, what happened right before we left, there was a personal foul assessed to both sides, and both of the players that were involved in that personal foul. In this league, you have to sit out 2 plays before you're allowed back onto the field.
Texas 138
It's one of the new rules in this league that they try to curtail fighting after each of these plays.
Fire starts from its own 12-yard line. Henderson picks up his blocking on the right side. Got out near the 18. Darrell Holmes from the secondary, part of the crew to help on the hit. At the end of 3 quarters, here's how the statistics line up. Birmingham still almost 10 more minutes with the football, and they've got the total yardage edge, but turnovers and the 2 key plays early by Richard Shelton, the difference. Interception return for a score, a fumble return for a score, both in the first quarter. And it's 23-10, Machine in front. Peace. Will run out of bounds with it. Couldn't find anybody. Takes down the advertisement on the far side. Ray Savage from Virginia. Jerry Leggett, the right end, both chasing. 3rd sack of the night officially in the books.
Brent really had nowhere to throw that ball. The defense had his deep receiver running a comeback, covered real well. Again, Shelton doing his job as he's done all night long.
Rhonda, 269 Finn. Rhonda, 269 Finn. 269
Actually
Finn.
sending their nickel package in now, figuring that they're going to throw. Take out one of their linemen and bring in another defensive back.
3rd down and 9. Peace over the middle. Completion.
That's a late hit.
But inside the 20, well short of the first down. Just got a short gain to Willie Boyer. You talk about a short gain. Johnny Carter, the nose tackle, was in on the stop.
Montreal's defense has really done a nice job in this second half controlling the offense of Birmingham. Birmingham has not been able to move the ball at all. And I thought coming out of the locker room at halftime that they would really put some points on the board.
Maggio to punt. Shelton fields at the 47 and now reverses his field, looking for some yardage. Well, he ran right back into the pursuit as Hopkins made the tackle on the special teams. 23-10, Machine in front.
The Allstate Good Hands Play of the Week, brought to you by Allstate. For home, auto, life, and business insurance, you're in good hands with Allstate. San Antonio wide receiver John Garrett makes a diving catch for a 49-yard gain. And this week's Allstate Good Hands Play of the Week.
No one can guarantee you a perfect world. A world where the unexpected never intrudes. But some of us know we'll be taken care of, quickly and compassionately. In an imperfect world, you're in good hands with Allstate, a member of the Sears Financial Network.
Coming soon on the Adventure Channel. They're tough, they're brave, they're street smart, and they're all women. They're hips.
Why are you on my case all the time? Because you could get me killed, Brookie. Look out, he's got a gun!
You've never seen motorcycle cops like this before.
Still going. Nothing outlasts the Energizer. They keep going and going.
Back in Montreal, where the Machine lead 23-10, and I am with Fire wide receiver Alomuti. And if that name sounds Italian, it's because he's from Milano, Italy. And I understand you had visa problems. That's not the only problem. You've had visa problems. Tell me about that.
Yeah, 15 days before I must come back in Italy for take my visa, because if I wait the visa here, I must to stay for 1 month without visa. And so I come back in Italy and I fly for 40 hours and come back here in Birmingham.
I hate when that happens. What happened with the what happened in terms of the American football in Italy and the American football here? What are your thoughts on that?
There are many different because there are not many people like here when there is the game, and the players are not very good like here. For me, it's very exciting to be here and very happy.
And he said he couldn't speak English. Molto bene. Back to you, Brad.
All right. Paulo was part of the Milan Frogs team, and then the Milan Rhinos, who actually won the Italian version of their Super Bowl. So he's played a little football, a little different variety.
I was at a camp in Salso Maggiore, Italy, that was about 3 hours drive south at 100 miles an hour down the Autostrada. And there were close to 500 kids at this football camp. So there's a big following in Italy for American football.
Second down along 8. The Machine starting their offensive series in Birmingham territory for the second time in a row. And they're going back in their own territory with Ricky Johnson.
Arthur Hunter made a nice play right there. Came in the backfield, pick up Ricky Johnson, played off the block, forced the loss.
You know, it's nice that Barkan is so bilingual or trilingual or whatever. He's tried to help us out and be our interpreter here in Montreal, and he's spoken a lot of French over the course of the last couple of days. He told the cab driver today, please get your male cat out of the refrigerator in my garage.
Well, I was trying the best I could, but did we get to the restaurant or not? That's the question.
Sweeney, deep ball, man out there, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Steve Gage back in the secondary. So Birmingham needed a big play on defense, and they have it. That'll give it back to their offense. And we've got still plenty of time, 11:42 to go in the ball game. Sweeney's second interception of the night.
Actually acts like a punt. If you realize it, you're inside the 10-yard line. They were going to punt if they didn't make it anyway.
Door 903 center. Let's go.
There's the play sent in with Brent Peace, the quarterback.
Yeah. Okay.
He said 9:03. The single receiver will be running a deep go pattern.
We got Bear
your middle
Door,
receiver, your tight end usually,
Bear
will be running a shallow cross pattern.
Bear Door,
And your other receiver, your other outside receiver, will be running an out pattern.
Good news for Brent Peace. He and the offense with the ball back. The bad news, they started their own 6-yard line.
They have been able to protect Brent a little bit here, so this is a dangerous play in this part of the field. No, I guess.
In his own end zone, he better get rid of it. And finally does, and it's intercepted. And then the scoop, Quentin Jones, and he gives it off. Steve Lofton on the run. He's waiting for some blockers. And Lofton has a crease now on the sideline all the way to the 6-yard line. Give me a break.
You gotta love it.
What a play.
Are these guys in the secondary of the Machine having fun or what?
Wow. Steve Lofton finally did the honors after a couple of laterals.
That's not really the fault of Brent Peace because he's back in the end zone ready to give up a safety. Remember that there is no in the grasp rule here. I said prior to this play that they were having trouble protecting him. He just gets out of this and just heaves it and is actually trying to probably throw it out of bounds.
Talk about Darrell Holmes with quick thinking with the pitch to Quentin Jones, his buddy in the secondary.
Now
and then
check
the pitch
Lofton
to
come
left
around the corner here. Who wants the ball? Watch this. Shelton wants the ball from him.
So now the Machine down close again. Elroy Harris already with 1 touchdown tonight. He got inside the 5 to the 4. John Brantley and John Miller in on the tackle. It's been a tough night for number 10.
Look at the 2 mistakes that I think that Brent has made tonight. Obviously was the one out pattern that he underthrew a little bit. Shelton returned that for a touchdown. But then the other play was down when they were on their own 2-yard line, or Montreal's 2-yard line, and threw the interception in the end zone. Other than that, he hasn't really had much support around him.
Elroy Harris has 96 yards rushing. He's 4 yards away from the end zone, and here he comes trying to get to 100 into the end zone, and he lost the handle. And the Fire recovers this one. McGowan, I think, is going to scoop up his... No, it's not McGowan. Steve Heisch with the fumble recovery.
If you're Brent Peace right now, you breathe a sigh of relief.
Each team with 4 turnovers.
And if you're Harris, you're looking for error. He got leveled. It was Johnny Miller that laid the wood to him.
I think he was looking for somebody to pitch it to.
That is a nice tackle by Miller.
The Fire's got it back at their own 20, trailing by 13 when we come back. Stay with us. Back with Football action here on USA.
Hey, there's Louie. Look at him.
Louie.
All right. Hey.
Good job, buddy. Birmingham from its own 20-yard line, trailing by 13. And that's not going to get them 13 points. This week on USA, live first and second round coverage of golf's most prestigious event. The Masters, the world's best, get together in Augusta for the honor of wearing the green jacket. Live coverage on USA starts Thursday at 4 Eastern. Live second round coverage Friday, also starting at 4 o'clock Eastern right here on USA.
You got a favorite in that, Brad?
Take Nick until he loses. Huh? I don't know.
Oh, really? It's an easy pick. I like the Shark myself.
Do you?
Oh, yeah.
Second down and 9. Quick hitter, only about a yard. Avery trying to lead the way for Henderson, and the offense of the Fire is out right now. It's third down and 8. Joe Henderson's been busy tonight.
Hot, 924 under.
One of the unique ways to travel around Olympic Stadium. It's the only place Barkan hasn't been on a bicycle tonight. From the shotgun, Brent Peace with 4 wideouts, 3 there to the top of your screen.
Let's see if they can protect them on this particular play.
Here comes a blitz from the secondary.
Get rid of it.
Holmes lofts it out. Henderson, and they blow this one dead. Flags all over.
I'll tell you what, that was a dangerous play by Montreal. They sold out and brought everybody, and luckily for them, they stopped the play. Henderson had some room there.
Yeah.
False start. Number 75. Offense. Still third down.
Now, talking to Jacques Tussaud, I found it rather ironic. I'm sitting there talking to him, and I'm wondering if I was in the locker room of the Chicago Bears and Mike Ditka had his accent, how would that sound? Run to the ball. Run to the ball.
Jacques, who spent the past 2 years at Mount Allison University in Sackville, New Brunswick. He was here with the Montreal Alouettes as an assistant coach and with the Concords as well in the early to mid 80s. So he's seen football in this city for a number of years. Peace with a pressure again. Flips it out. That's a lateral, I think, to Henderson, but he can take it anyway. Not quite enough for the first down. Maybe a yard and a half shy.
He even tried to move Peace out of the pocket and still got pressure.
Tracy Simeon in on the stop.
I think we got to go over there and talk to the coach and find out what's going on. Who's responsible for the helmet cam? He's going to ask his head coach.
Huh?
You just can't protect the leg.
Hey,
that's
so they can't protect a lick. Nice punt.
Great punt by Maggio. Backpedaling is Richard Shelton. He lost the handle but covered it at the 23-yard line. 7 minutes and 59 seconds to go in the ball game. Still a 13-point spread in the Montreal Machine's favor. We'll be back.
The only way you'll get bad sound from a Clarion car audio system.
Traffic is backed up for miles. What a mess.
Clarion car audio.
In making an artistic statement, one's personal aroma shouldn't do the talking. So I use Right Guard Sports Stick with maximum protection. A true artiste should be known for inspiration, not
Montreal. The Machine in gear, though, up by 13 with just under 8 minutes to go. Kevin Sweeney. Incomplete. Intended for Keith Jennings, his tight end. Let's go down to the sideline to Michael Barkan.
Well, there's finally something that'll put the helmet cam on the fritz after 3.5 quarters of vicious, savage hitting from Tracy Simeon. The battery wore out. I hate that. Back to you.
Get that battery out of that pink rabbit. Where is it?
That's why we didn't see the pressure from number 53 last time. But boy, he gave us a treat tonight with some of the pursuit. The pressure he put on Brent Peace, some of the tackles of Henderson and others. So USA helmet cam did its job again tonight. Ricky Johnson with a hole, and he might have a first down. Dives forward across the 32-yard line. Arthur Hunter and Tracy Sanders is Ricky Johnson.
You know, one of the things
up
I don't understand about Montreal's offense, and I don't know too much about it, but you have a big tight end like Keith Jennings, is 6'4", 240 pounds. Why not use him a little bit more in the pass offense?
Here's a Maryland guy, Boomer, picking up a first down.
I like it. I like it. He's got the M on the side of his helmet.
This way.
He did not get the first down. Third down at about a half yard.
Wait, 19. Wait, 19. Set, Darryl, set.
Telling
Set.
Darrell Harris to set. And let's see if Ricky Johnson's got it now. Forward progress may have picked up the first down. That was not your basic. That was not a checkoff at the line. That was just Darrell put the brakes on out there. Number 21, Darrell Harris, who was in motion.
Well, what happened there is you had both backs in motion in the backfield, and the quarterback knows that because of the set that they ran the play from. And Darrell tends to forget there's a guy behind him that's moving as well, and you can't have two guys moving at the same time. The quarterback has to be the student on the field and be the coach on the field and tell his players, hey, get in the right place at the right time and calm down.
76, Jake Cat.
That's a lot of poise by Kevin Sweeney on that particular play, because that's not an easy thing to do with the 35-second clock going down below 5 seconds, telling one of your players to sit still. He's 30 yards away from it.
Machine now just needs to eat up 6 minutes off the clock with a 13-point lead, and that first down helps the cause. Now Sweeney rolls and throws short and almost picked off. Steve Heisch, Maurice Oliver, rather, the outside linebacker, had his hands on it.
He's actually had a game going on with the outside linebacker Sweeney has. When he rolls out of the pocket, one time you saw that he was throwing it over the linebacker's head. This time he tried to throw it underneath the linebacker.
As they would say up here, not a great night for the Carrière. The quarterback has struggled a little bit.
But he hasn't really, been on the field that long. I mean, I don't see how he gets a rhythm going.
Well, he was like a pitcher that was handed about a 6-run lead when this thing started. His team was up 13-0 before he even put his chin strap on. Now he's got Ricky Johnson out in the flat. Johnson wanting to play is close to another first down.
Ricky did a nice job there. He could have broken outside, get a few more yards, but probably would have gotten knocked out of bounds. At this point in time of the game, you want to keep all your receivers, all your running backs, and try to tell them, hey, stay in bounds with the ball. Keep that clock running. Now Kevin Smart here, he'll also take the 35-second clock down to under 5 seconds.
We're under 5 minutes on the game clock. You see the 11 quarters of play has not been a pass-happy machine offense. First down, Broderick Sargent. Full back, straight ahead.
But Brad, how do you win games? You win games with solid defense and good special teams, and you wait till your offense comes up and catches up to you. We've seen a lot of teams. Well, I've seen a lot of teams in the past be able to score a lot of points but still lose games 44-41. You have to stop them first. And that's exactly what the machine defense has done in the second half. They've shut down the Birmingham Fire.
Jacques Dussault, the head coach of the machine, told us, they had a great idea when they told us before the draft, we want wide open, no huddle, a lot of passing game in the World League. He says, and then you draft the people, you realize what you have, and he said it doesn't always work out that way. And with that in mind, tonight the ground game, the turnovers, the defense is what has kept the machine going. Elroy Harris has had a nice night. Of course, he had the 41-yard touchdown run, closing in on 100 yards on the night.
All right, give me team king right, toss, 28 toss.
Team right.
Self-explanatory there. It's going to be a toss to your right. One of the other things that you heard the coaches say is that we can't handle this guy, and the guy that they were talking about was Maurice Oliver.
Team right.
Maurice Oliver is totally shutting down the left side of the Montreal offense. So now they're going to run away from him, coming to the right side here.
Look for Elroy Harris again, the tailback in the eye, number 32.
Here they come to the right, away from Maurice Oliver.
Harris puts his head down and got to midfield. And Elroy goes over 100 with that carry, I think.
Smart play by Birmingham. Now they're calling timeout. They want to hold the clock down.
All right. Did they send Nickel in?
Here's Elroy coming up right at you. See his eyes. Put that ball away, Elroy.
Let me know if the nickel comes in. They got a timeout. Hey, Sweeney, you got a timeout. I don't see
You're listening to Joe Farragalli, the offensive coordinator of the machine. Here's Keith Jennings to say, throw the ball to me, coach.
8 plays in this drive. Montreal's longest possession, which is just what they want.
They haven't put their nickel in yet. No, they haven't. No. Okay. We want to go 2-1-2. Yeah. Wing, left. Wing, left, 1-2.
Okay, what they're talking about now.
Because they didn't put their nickel in yet, okay?
It's a chess game going on between the coaches. Who's sending what personnel in the game? And the offense has to worry about what defensive personnel is in the game so they can run the proper play against the right defense. So he called 2-1-2. I would imagine it's going to be a quick slant to one of the outside receivers.
Here we go. Let's go wing left.
Or hit the tight end in the flat.
Back him up.
Quick. 2-1.
Need 6 yards, so it's probably going to be a slant to one of the receivers.
Ready?
We called 2-1-1 actually.
If I went back there to pass, I'd be worried about where number 44 was.
I'd look
John
for Mike
Miller.
Adore running a slant pattern for the first down.
White 19. White 19.
Number 81 on the top of your screen.
There's the slant to Darrell Harris the other way, and I don't know if he got the first down or not. McGowan put the hit on him.
Well, they both ran slant patterns. I can't tell him which way to look, but he's a right-handed quarterback, so he's going to have a tendency to look to his right as opposed to his left.
Hold on. They're going to measure the son of a bitch.
They're going to take a look at this one. Joe had his own way of letting you know they were going to measure.
Oh, you got to love it. Coaches they become so involved in what's happening on the field that they forget who they are. And all they're thinking about is what's happening on the field. So every now and then you're going to hear a few of this.
4, search. I right. Zoom, I right.
Let's go zoom.
All right, zoom, I right, 34 search.
Zoom, I right, 34 search. Let's go on one, ready?
So I right is the formation. Zoom means that you're going to have your inside receiver, number 81, who is your Z receiver. Receivers are mentioned or lettered X, Y, and Z. Your Y is the tight end, your X is your weak side receiver, your Z is your flanker, who usually lines up on the side of your tight end. When he says zoom, that tells the wide receiver, the Z, to line up away from the tight end and then come in motion towards the tight end.
The Machine had virtually no offense before this drive. You see they've matched it in first downs in this 10-play drive alone, what they did offensively through the rest of the game. So when they've had to have it to eat clock and protect a 13-point lead, they're getting it.
And he calls 34 search as the play. He's going to hand it to his fullback, and the fullback really listens to 34 search. They run to the right, and he's got to search to find the hole.
All right, let's go zoom I right, 34 search on one.
Sergeant, number 47, is the fullback with Ricky Johnson, the tailback in this instance. On first down for the Machine with 3:35 to go, and they lead by 13 points. Fedor in motion.
There's your zoom. There's your off-tackle search.
Nope. Going nowhere. John Brantley, the linebacker, makes the hit for Birmingham.
Maybe Brantley was listening into what we were talking about.
You know, he learned a little football under Vince Dooley, who called him finest linebacker I've seen at Georgia. And that includes some pretty good ones over the years. A lot more action coming up on USA Saturday. The New York, New Jersey Knights head north, and they'll take on this same Machine here at Olympic Stadium, or Sacramento and Frankfurt. That's Saturday, 8 o'clock Eastern here on USA. Birmingham and London Monday night, San Antonio and Raleigh-Durham as well. Boomer and Michael Barkan and I'll be in Birmingham at Legion Field for that matchup. The Monarchs are perfect, 3-0.
Now, I've never been down to Legion Field, but I see it every year on TV. Auburn versus Alabama and all the great history that goes into that place. I'm really looking forward to getting down there and seeing what football Alabama style is all about.
There you go. Second down and about 12 coming up for Kevin Sweeney.
Let's go, knock them off the ball now. Let's go team. Keep team left.
Kevin, who spent a good portion of time with the Dallas Cowboys.
He actually started a game against us in 1988 and played rather well.
Tonight, 5 out of 13, 41 yards, couple of interceptions on the night. Right now, the Machine's doing it on offense when they have to. Ricky Johnson spun away from a couple of tacklers and still came up short of the line of scrimmage. Otis Moore.
It was an interesting block there.
Stop.
Interesting block by number 86, K.D. Dunn. He actually came in motion across the formation and then dove back in to try to knock McGowan off the play.
There's K.D. Dunn.
And I'm not so sure that wasn't an illegal block, because he came back in from the outside and hit McGowan below the knees. But those are the trials of football. If we can get away with it, get away with it.
3rd and 12. Machine at the 46-yard line of Birmingham. Delayed blitz coming. Ball up in the air, incomplete. As Arthur Hunter got a piece of it. Pass intended for K.D. Dunn.
Arthur had good coverage here. He's kind of befuddled, wondering why that wasn't offensive pass interference.
He's had a pretty good night back there in the secondary.
He sure has. Both secondaries have played well tonight.
He's got to come across the guy.
He's telling Sweeney that the tight end has to come underneath Hunter as opposed to running into Hunter. That's one of those things that both of these teams have had problems with was their timing between receiver and quarterback and understanding the routes and which way they got to go.
They came after Chris Moore, and he not only took a low snap, but he got away a nice punt. And this one going out of bounds at about the 1-yard line. Averaging 47 yards a kick on his punting tonight. He took a low snap with heavy pressure and just buried Birmingham back inside the 2. 51-yard kick. Perfect job by Chris Moore.
That's an offensive weapon right there for you. You get a punter that can do that consistently. Makes it that much more difficult for the opposing offense to go 99 yards, 98 yards in this case.
Something we wanted to mention, Chris's brother-in-law was in an automobile accident. We understand is in a coma, Grant Quinn, and we wish the entire Quinn and Moore family all the best with that. Hopefully things are going to turn out just fine. Brent Peace, things not so fine for him from the gun.
What they're doing now is they're putting him in the shotgun, giving him a little bit better opportunity to see downfield as opposed to dealing with the rush every time he drops back. This is really where the no-huddle offense was born out of. It was really born out of a two-minute drill.
66 choice.
Which is about all the Fire is going to have left here in 7 or 8 seconds if they get this play off. There's a 2-minute warning upcoming after this snap. Peace from the end zone. Going deep. Boyer's out there, and it's intercepted. Steve Lofton. How about the secondary for Montreal? Lofton, Shelton, Holmes, and Jones are having a field day. 4th interception of the night.
Boyer actually had him beat. Just underthrew the ball. He had a chance.
2nd of the night for Lofton. Montreal's got it back.
He can take a compliment.
This guy's good, Richie.
He can take a punch. But now he's taking out the garbage. Steven Seagal, Out for Justice, rated R. Starts Friday, April 12th at a theater near you.
How about a better hand soap?
Not us, we can't cope. We don't need no lava soap, no.
Regular soap won't always work, but lava with pumice will. Interested?
No, no, no.
Lava, but don't try to cope without it soap.
When you're reaching for the refreshing, one-of-a-kind taste that's out of this world, you can't beat the real thing.
I'm Dave Johnson. For my training for the 1992 decathlon, I switched to the pump from Reebok. When I'm pumped up, my feet have support, protection, and a custom fit for leaping, vaulting, spinning, jumping, sprinting, hurling, racing, running, throwing, and shot putting. Now I'm the guy who knows cross-training. Pump up and air out.
Switch to the greatest sports performance shoe in the world, the Reebok Pump. Pump up and air out.
The Montreal Machine looks like they're headed for their 2nd win of the year, leading 23-10. At the 2-minute warning, fans in Montreal happy with what they've seen tonight, and the crowd that turned out 53,000 plus last week, not that big a crowd tonight, but still excellent crowd on hand. They're going to go home a lot happier than they were last week when the Barcelona Dragons picked off the Machine.
Well, they were introduced to 2 of their players tonight, Shelton and Lofton.
Great job by the 2 corners for Montreal.
And one thing that Dussault did say was that his cornerbacks, without question, were the real strength of his defense along with Simeon.
There's Holmes and Shelton.
They have all of those guys that Coach Dussault pointed out to us have had terrific games.
Quentin Jones steps up in the middle. He was part of that crazy lateral play we saw with about 3 guys handling the football after an interception.
It's about out of the 40 players from Montreal, was about 38 or 39 of them have never been here. They've never been here in Montreal.
Sargent, the fullback, takes it up the middle, close to another first down.
Most of the players we talked to really enjoyed it. Really like it here.
It's a lot more fun when you're winning.
Football is a funny sport. Your turn will come. Just be ready. Yeah, I will.
What you hear there is you hear the Coach Suso talking to one of his players.
Football's a funny game.
Saying your turn will come. You never know.
Under a minute. Kevin Sweeney with a first down can just take a knee here.
This is a quarterback's favorite play right here.
Gotta love that, huh? So the Montreal Machine about set to go to 2-1 here at Olympic Stadium. Our producer tonight, Ken Wolf, our director, Craig Janoff, the executive producer, Gordon Beck, who was cruising the sidelines with Barkan a little while ago. I hope he doesn't make a habit of that. It's a real bad influence. Jacques Dussault, the head coach of the Montreal Machine, will go home a happy man tonight.
There he is.
Coach. Tonight's KFC player of the game is Richard Shelton. He's the guy that started it off. A 25-yard fumble return on Birmingham's first offensive play, and about 5 minutes later, 62 yards with an interception. So he accounted for 12 of the 23 Montreal points tonight. Kentucky Fried Chicken will make a donation of $1,000 in Shelton's name to DARE, Drug Abuse Resistance Education. Our congratulations to Richard Shelton and the Montreal Machine. They have a great night in front of the hometown folks. And they win it tonight, 23-10, the final over Birmingham.
The World League on USA has been brought to you by the revolutionary Gillette Sensor Shaving System for the best shave a man can get. By Kentucky Fried Chicken. Nobody's cooking like today's KFC. And by the Reebok Pump. Pump up and air out.
That's going to do it from Olympic Stadium. Tracy Simeon, our USA helmet cam man tonight, did a good job. Don't forget, Saturday, it'll be the New York, New Jersey Knights against the Montreal Machine, or Frankfurt and Sacramento, 8 o'clock Eastern on Saturday. And also, don't forget, coming up, Miami Vice on the East Coast, Murder, She Wrote, on the West Coast. Just about going to do it for Michael Barkan, Boomer Esiason. I'm Brad Nessler. Les Machines de Montreal, a winner tonight, 23-10 from Olympic Stadium. Good night, everybody.